What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CLG Run It Thursdays. Hopefully, you've been having a lovely afternoon. I'm Sage. I'm joined by the lovely.
Ringe. I hope everyone is doing well as well, because we got Street Fighter, not Street Fighter, Guilty Gear Strive this week. Street Fighter 5 was last week. Getting a little maybe reminiscent of myself. I'm ahead of myself because it is a bi-weekly schedule here at Run It Thursdays. But this is indeed the first edition of Guilty Gear Strive. And as always, we're starting with the East Coast and finest of them as well.
Yeah, the cool thing too is that this is a ladder bracket, so everybody's been playing all day, right? They have all these records and everything, and they're battling it out, and we have a tie. So for the last spot in our top 8, there is a tie between two Leo players. It's Razzo and K7. They both are 9-1 overall, and we're going to do a final match to determine a best of one, by the way. One game to determine who's going to be in our top 8.
And I was listening in on the production handling the situation, and apparently there was like 4 ways that a tiebreaker could have been handled before we got to this spot, and all of them have been exhausted. Every single way they could have tied, they tied in, like down to the number of games they played and the losses, all of that. So yeah, one game to decide who's actually going to be in top 8.
Good old-fashioned Leo mirror to do it too. Like, if you could think of a matchup that's the most funny to do a first to one in, probably this is up there near the top, I have to imagine.
It's definitely like, I mean, I don't want to kind of talk down about it, but it's a bit coin flippy, you know what I'm saying? Like, just how it goes when it comes to a Leo mirror like that. Who and when are they going to flash kick and all that type of nonsense? But I am interested to see if K7 plays Nagoriyuki. I know a lot of Nagos don't like that matchup, but I know he has it in his pocket.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea too, to be honest with you. I'm honestly not sure, but I'm excited to watch it either way because, match should be good. Our top 8 should be great. It's top 8 all winner side as well. So
yes.
Whoever makes it in, they're going to be in winner side. They don't have to worry about like, oh, you're in 8th place overall, like you're starting in losers or whatever after the ladder. This is also a cool format because you can just like play as many sets as you want throughout it. So like some people, for instance, like stopped at like UMISHO played 16 rounds, so 14-2 overall, right? Meanwhile, like Deb, I think she like decided to play late because she was we were playing a set, and then like last minute she decided to enter, so she only has 11 sets overall. So it just depends on how many you want to play. So if you're interested in playing in this, you could like play as many tournament sets as you want, like win or lose. If you lose 2, it doesn't matter. You could lose every set and just be like, cool, I got experience. Like, I got to play in the tournament. Awesome. Like, there's no penalty,
Yeah, that's a very good point, right? Because a lot of the time when you're just starting out and getting into tournaments, you only get to play maybe 2 or 3 sets. But with this one, you definitely get to play a lot against a lot of great players. Sometimes you don't even get to those players that you always see on the streams that are making top 8s and whatnot. In the ladder bracket, you probably will. So that's another cool kind of way to interact with some of the top dogs in the scene.
Yeah, and like if you're looking for experience, it's probably like one of the best kinds of tournaments to play, right? Because like the East Coast bracket has 163 entrants or something, right? And you can just play every single round. And whether you lose every match or win every match, you just get way more tournament experience than you would playing in a double elimination bracket, right? So it gives you way more chances to play, and also it gives you more games overall. And it's nice because you can just play all these different rounds. You don't have to worry about like, oh, if I lose, I'm out, and like, I gotta make it through this path or whatever. You can just chill, play as much as you can, like have time for, or you're interested in playing. And then if you want to stop, you can. If you want to keep going, you can.
Yeah, most definitely, right? I think to echo your point earlier about the number of games played, I think like Razzo and K7R players right now are like both 9-1, something like that. They played like 10 games and are about to get in the top 8. And then Remi Celeste, I think, is 14-6, so played like literally twice as many games as them and is also in top 8. So it really varies, and it's all about how much time you put into it.
Yeah, dang, Remi really put down 20 sets. Remi really like that is impressive. Like that is a lot of tournament sets to play in one day. Like that's like the kind of like if you're gonna play an Evo and like you lose early, you play like 20 sets to like win the tournament. You know what I mean? So that's like more volume than you could get if you were like, trying to do a wild losers bracket run at Evo, and you can just do it at home for free, right? Like that's pretty great.
Yeah, 100%. Kind of give you a taste of the mental endurance that you're going to need for a big tournament like that, definitely. And so it's cool to see Remi taking advantage of that, right? I'd like to see some of the players, if they get ahead early, if they get that nice record early, they'll wait a little bit, conserve some of that mental energy, conserve some of their physical just fatigue going into this top 8. Because as you mentioned earlier, top 8 is all winners as well, so it's going to be a lot of sets here as well.
Yeah, I was like talking about it earlier, and I was like, maybe I should play because like the timing is good for my stream. You know, it's bi-weekly, so it'd be in 2 weeks. And then I realized I was looking at the East Coast time. I was like, damn it, the West Coast time is so much later. I was like, oh, it starts at like 4 for me. I gotta like think about it now. But it would be fun, I think, to play it instead of just like if you're gonna be playing Thursday anyway, and instead of rolling up into the tower, why don't you just play 5, 6, 7 tournament sets in a row? And like I was watching people stream them, they are playing so fast. Like they finish a set and then I'm not kidding, like 30 seconds later, someone walks into the park and they get on the cab. I'm like, wait, is this tournament again? Like, I was like, why is this so fast? There's so many games.
I stepped away after a little sound check and watched Jonathan Tene, and he played like 3 or 4 sets in that amount of time. People just kept walking up right for the West Coast bracket. So definitely plenty of games to be had, a lot of experience to be had as well. And yeah, if you are just joining us, it is going to be K7 Showoff versus Razzo. Best of 1 match because they've tied in every other way to get into that top 8.
Yeah, we're waiting for our players to get in here and get ready, and it seems like one of them is maybe missing. So that's the final qualification. Can you make it to the tiebreaker match, or do you just like leave thinking you make it and then you come back with your food? You're like, oh yeah, I got some. What the? I'm not in anymore. Like you just come back like, wait, I was like 5th 20 minutes ago, and then meanwhile everybody's grinding on the ladder. So it's funny because I saw people whose records were really good near the top, and then within the last like 20 minutes, all of them were like slowly sliding down. I think Razzo was like 3rd or 4th when I looked, and then like hasn't played a set since then, and then just like is just slowly going down to 8th place now, tied for K7.
Yeah, right. Like you think you're chilling at 9-1. You're like, why would I need to play anymore? 10 sets, I won 90% of them. It should be good to go. But that's the thing of the ladder. You always got to keep your eye on it because people are going to be grinding out there. The Remi Celestes of the world are going to be putting in twice as much work as you and then still your spot. That's how it goes. That is a life lesson.
Yeah, 20 matches is a lot. I don't think anybody else is like even down to play. That's way too many. Like,
and does Remi still play Axel?
Yeah.
20 games of Axel, bro. Oof.
That is rough. But I mean, you know, it got Remi into top 8, so you love to see. Although I gotta say, if Remi is not like tuckered out in top 8, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, I think that's something Shine mentioned, right? Is that like that's why you got to have that balance. That's why if you know that you're gonna like drain your mental or your physical, kind of going with these long sets, you got to make sure you get ahead early and then try to manage it. If you can get into that top 8 at 10-1, 11-1, or try to not drop a set, then you got to cut yourself off, right, to make sure that you're good for the top 8.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like looking down at some of the people who are right outside the top 8, there's like a lot of people who have very good records, but they maybe just haven't played as many games. Like I see Flash is like 6-1, right? So like if Flash had just played more sets, maybe it would have happened, but maybe Flash didn't have time or like had to stop early or whatever. I think that's what it is actually. Oh, I just saw in a Discord Flash say, damn, I didn't have enough time to make it. I only played for an hour.
There you go. Yeah. So I saw K7 like at 4 o'clock. K7 was, I think, 20th or something like that, because he had only been like 6-1, something like that, and then he ended up playing enough games in that last hour to get into the spot he's in now. So yeah, man, like you can't just rest on your laurels if you're good going into that last hour of the top 8, because people can come up and grind real quick, and then obviously you got to be starting early, like unlike Flash.
Yeah, he's just like he played for an hour and played 8 tournament sets. He went 7-1. That is absurd to think about. In a tournament, sometimes in a tournament set, you wait an hour to play a match. You're just sitting there. I would like open up streams and, you know, like Dev is just watching Badlands chug, like just like waiting for the next match to start. And you're just like, I guess you played 1 match and now you got to wait like an hour for the next one to come in. So you're like, all right, I guess I'm chilling.
Yeah, right. That's just online too, let alone offline, where you can end up waiting for mad long. If you get out of your pool or something like that, you're not playing till 2 days into the tournament afterwards.
It's actually so bad. Online, at least you can just pull up some videos to watch. Like offline, you're just standing there in the venue, like holding your arcade stick. You're like, is this gonna start? So, like, it's been an hour and I'm just sitting here, right? So it seems like we finally got our match locked and loaded. This is our qualifier for the last spot in top 8. 1st to 1 between Razzo and K7.
Bro, best of 1 in Guilty Gear Strive. It don't even matter the characters. That's just an absurd situation to find yourself in.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be great. I think like it's just, you know, it kind of hits different when you play a 1st to 1, because every dastardly tactic suddenly becomes so good because there's like not a lot of time to download or punish, and you're so nervous. And yeah, for those of you wondering why it's first to one, they are tied. So they are tied for our last spot in top 8, and every other tiebreaker rule doesn't matter here. It's like been ruled out, and so it's just like, okay, well, they've got a single match to see who's gonna make it for top 8.
I rarely, I think, oh my goodness, that's how we're gonna start the best of one. 99-second flash kick from Razzo. Okay.
Oh my, and the pop already.
I didn't even see.
It was 99-second flash kick into Nago pop. They're definitely playing like it's first to one.
Yeah.
This entire combo was
SBO
backwards.
calls, dude. 2022.
Oh man, almost got another pop actually to K7.
Yeah, finally put the brakes on for a second. I don't know, man. I don't take many people over Razzo in a best of one in the world.
Yeah, I feel like a first to one is definitely Razzo's. Like, Razzo's prepared. They're down to do whatever it takes.
That's like peak performance Razzo, honestly.
Look at these booms too, just really chipping away. Soon there's gonna be low enough blood for K7 to do a clone. That's when it's gonna be a little bit scarier. Uh-oh. There's more.
She's spinning on Fuki. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, flash kicked out of the air and juggled, but not enough to kill. Caught him reaching.
On the boom there. That was sick, actually. The flash kick down onto the boom.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be round start dash flash kick again.
Ooh, tripping 2Ds from long distances.
Ooh, nice jump. And there's the burst.
Those are the big reads you need in these best of one formats.
Yeah.
Oh no, Razzo, don't get cut up.
Razzo's doing a great job here. I think just like chilling on this lead now. Slowed down way more, and this is a really bad spot for K7.
K7 relying on that 5K as any Nago should.
Oh yeah. Oh, no flash kick though. That's a little miss. Although Razzo has bars to get a kill in one hit, so you got to be pretty careful.
Oh, did they just delay the flash kick on block and catch K7 Razzo in the top 8?
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's just how K7's out of here. K7's like, I postmated some food for dinner. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys on the next tournament.
Oh, man.
I feel
accomplices. Razzo and Remi Celeste, accomplices in K7's elimination from the bracket.
Yeah, think about that. K7 played all... Think about how good K7 is. K7 played all day and lost to Razzo and lost to... Remi, like you said, right? Like that is a pretty ridiculous run to have, to play, you know, all those sets all day.
Yeah, most definitely. And Remi again coming in with that clutch W, literally like it was playing at the last possible moment and won their set to kind of leapfrog over Razzo and K7 and put them in that tiebreaker. So that is just one of the unique things you'll find in the ladder format I run at Thursdays.
Yeah, it's cool. I highly recommend entering this. I think if you're someone who is, it's great if you're like a high level player because you obviously get a lot of sets with a lot of the other strong players in rapid fire formats, right? But if you're a newer player, I actually think it's a great tournament to enter because the problem newer players have is like if you lose twice, you're out, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That can feel really bad. But like this tournament format's great if you're newer or like you're trying to get experience because it doesn't matter how many times you lose. You can just continue to play whether you're winning or losing or whatever's happening. So if you win and you make it far, like that's awesome. But if you just like enter the thing and you go 0-20 or something, it's okay because you got 20 tournament sets under your belt for the day and it costs you nothing, right? You just sign up and get to play some games.
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely think it is one of the best value ways to kind of get experience. Definitely 100%. So it's dope. I'm glad that Running Thursdays is out here. CLG is out here. We were talking a little bit beforehand about the roster they've kind of joined the FGC with. Just ridiculous members every single place you look.
I just was told during your explanation of the awesome roster that Razzo has conceded their spot because there's a storm brewing where Razzo is. And I also think Razzo's having controller issues. So Razzo said, GG's big fan. Also, you're in. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened.
You know, Razzo is a special character for sure. I'm a big fan. And, you know, getting that 1W and hopefully it powers up K7 for the top 8. I don't know if it will, but you know, at least he's in.
Yeah, and not only that, you get paid, right? So there's a top 8 payout for these brackets. There's what's it called? A payout for both the East and the West. So East Coast is happening now, obviously, right? This is the East Coast bracket. After this is over, we'll have all of our top 8. West Coast top 8 starting. So right now, if you check the Strive category, there's tons of streamers and players, right, from both the East Coast and West Coast who are going to be playing in this thing. We're going to be the place where all the matches are taking place, and then West Coast will be after. Obviously, me and you will be swapping out. There'll be some new commentators jumping in. And the same format, by the way, is used next week for Street Fighter, and then, you know, it goes back to Guilty Gear the week after. So you can just check in every Thursday, and there'll be some matches to watch.
Most definitely. You know, I was like a little salty. I wasn't commentating West Coast because I was like, I want to avoid the Rams. Because obviously SQ and Solstice are here, and like they're probably gonna get top 8. But then I was looking at the West Coast standings, and I was like, Super Noon and Red Ditto. There's no escaping the Rams. Both coasts got 2 Rams, so it
Red Ditto is gonna be 20-0 at the end of the
yeah.
game. Just play every set. I rolled into heaven last night, and I just see Red Ditto just pulled up at a state like 24/7. You go to West Coast heaven, there's Red Ditto just playing a match. I'm like, well.
And queuing a TFT in between somehow. I don't know how he does it. Red Ditto is definitely hyperactivity when it comes to the gaming. But we have our top 8 bracket finalized. And as you can see, we got heavy hitters from top to bottom. Solstice, K7 Showoff, CLG, Romolla returning to the competitive scene 100%, going up against Miguel, UMISHO and Remi, Celeste, SQ and Xylophone. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it looks great. If you are curious about how this works out, obviously K7 just made it in, right? So K7 is the 8th seed, and Solstice has the best record. So Solstice is the 1 seed. That's why K7 is playing again first. So K7 or Razzo, like whoever won that match is going to have to play in the first set anyway, right? Because that's just, you know, they're up against the first seed. Although I guess you don't have to run it as the first set, but like it might just be anyway. So that's the match we're going to have up next. But the top 8, it's all winners bracket. So the ladder happens. And then the top 8, after the ladder is over, gets transferred into a bracket, a top 8 bracket. We seed based on the results. And then after that, we play our little top 8 out. So again, if you missed any of the matches today, you're like, oh, I saw that Remi played this person or Romolla played this person or whatever happened, you can always just go back, and a lot of them stream their matches. And if they didn't stream it, probably their opponent did. So, you know, you can always go find them there. And then obviously we will have all the main matches on stream all night long. And that's going to be our bracket. So we're going to be chewing through it. Thanks everybody for tuning in and saying what up. We'll be live probably for another like 5 hours with matches on the West Coast and East Coast. So there's a lot of good action coming up.
And, you know, and you suggest and you shall receive, Sajam. It looks like we're actually going to get CLG Romolla versus Juicy Miguel to start it off instead of our 1 versus 8 seed.
Yeah, they probably were like, hey, K7, you want to like wait 1 match before you have to play or something? We won't make you play back to back because it doesn't affect anything realistically, but it just gives K7 a chance to cool down. So that's a nice gesture.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see Romolla step onto the stage, CLG on the Counter Logic gaming stream, right? So it's going to be nice. I'm glad that she's returned to the competitive environment, right? I won't front. I thought she was going to retire into the streamer life. Until the CLG announcement came out, I thought it was like she's going to chill out, just kind of be one of the top fighting game streamers. But I'm glad to see that she'll be in the competitive ring.
Yeah, grazing like a cow, just like playing every day on stream, running the sets, and then going to have a burger after. Like, that's just the life. Streamer life's not bad. I gotta say, it's a nice one. But also, you know, having a team that wants to support you while you play is I think a big impact for a lot of people, because traveling around and like all that kind of stuff is still a problem, especially if you need to travel during COVID. Like, you know, there's rules and stuff about whether you can travel, when you can travel, if you need, you know, tests and all kinds of things. So it's easier when someone else is there to help you and like facilitates all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. And Romolla, you know, she can handle a lot of situations herself, but Apology Man, not so confident in. So I'm really glad that he's got CLG helping him out with a lot of that stuff. Yeah,
it's cool. I think our match is loading in. I hear some music, which is always a good sign. Sounds like we're in there.
Oh yeah.
Juicy Miguel. Juicy Miguel, I was like, that's a really interesting name. I don't know who this is, but it's MFCR, which is like a name I recognize. Yeah, so I saw that name and I was like, who is this player? Like, this player is doing really well. And I was like, oh, it's MFCR. I see.
All right, my man. So is that what the M stands for?
Maybe.
Did we crack one of the letters? Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting to. I can believe that. That seems believable to me.
Plausible at the very least.
Yeah.
Romolla out here on the Testament, a character that I think people feel is pretty juiced this patch.
Yeah, super good, super strong character. And I think this is one of those matchups where a lot of the little buffs that Testament got, I think, really help. One thing you see early is, Romolla, she loves to throw the crow early. And if you throw the crow early, when it comes back to you, the crow is actually lower. So then you can, oh man, this is so bad. You can throw the crow again, and then it'll hit characters when they're standing, which is like really good, or crouching. It's a really good like way to round start. And this is gonna be Arbiter, and you're dead.
Yeah, it sounds like you played a set against the Romolla earlier today, huh?
We did play a set today. Yeah, it was pretty close. It was a lot of stuff where I played some Testament myself, so it kind of helps. Oh my god, the flash kick didn't hit. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Not even close, brother.
Help. Help me, please. Help me.
Yeah, you don't often see Leo in a situation where he needs help, but you can see the perfectly spaced pressure from Romolla, not making him feel comfortable. The flash kick, just taking all this pressure, biting from the ground, crows from the sky. Yeah, she's gonna be a problem for a whole lot of people.
Help. Help me. I want to play the video game. I am simply trying to play the video game, and I can't. That's how it goes sometimes. You're just stuck. Door stuck.
She's a campaign gamer. Single player stuff only.
Yeah, boot it up. Like, pick the difficulty setting. They pick story mode. She's like, I'm gonna play on story mode and like, you know, the journalist mode.
All the CQCs automatic.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm chilling. I don't have to turn on anything. That's what it's like when you're in the corner with Testament.
Running through the sequence, the instant blocks, of course, always so on point from Romolla as well.
Yeah, I slow punish too because of it, right? Pretty nice. You'll take it.
Yeah, the Arbiter, but like, yeah, my man, MFCR, Juicy Miguel. Oh, he's looking for answers, but he's not finding anything.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you have to challenge when the button or the crow is coming. So, like, if crow is what Testament is doing, you can dash and hit a low attack. And if there's a button coming, you can poke against the button with like a 6p or a 4 normal. So that's kind of your best. Oh my god, these IBs. That's kind of your best answer, but it's so much easier said than done. Like, people in the chat room are like lol 6p, you know, or like lol simply win the video game, but it's really hard to do in practice. Oh my god, you're dead.
It can even boil down to something as simple as that, right? Like, get two options. You see one, then you do this. If you see the other, you could try to do this. But like, with the whole mental stack that you're going to be in when it comes to that situation, and just in general, even though it's simple, it doesn't mean it's easy to defend against, right? Like, both options are kind of pretty quick. You have to commit to one of the two. It's hard to just make it based on reactions. It's yeah, definitely real pressure coming out from Testament.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because I think a lot of people did like kind of wrote off Testament last patch as like, oh, Testament's just whatever. But like this patch, Testament is the same, just better. So like a lot of this pressure we're seeing in the corner is actually the same as before. It's just that, you know, the neutral now is better because of the buttons are a little buffed and stuff. And Arbiter Sign is much better as well. But most of the game plan is the same.
Yeah, when I talk to the Testament players, they pretty much say the buffs kind of just made them work more effectively all around, right?
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, I played this character a lot, and I thought they were quite good last version, and I think it's not any different, really, besides the fact that it's all just a little better. So you're just doing the same stuff, and it's just, like, a little bit more consistent, because 6H is faster, it helps with combos. Far Slash is a little faster, which means you can just kind of swing with it a little bit more. Same with 2S, like, it just makes everything feel a little better, but it's not that, oh my god, these IVs.
We have to abandon the 6K.
Help me, yeah, just get me out. The move is not usable in the game, like, the game, it just doesn't exist.
This must be abandoned, please. We gotta find a new way to start the pressure up. This is one way. Whole lot of damage coming in, gets the wall splat. That's a route for Juicy Miguel. We got some life, a pulse is here.
Yeah, looks good. I mean, the only problem though is you need that to happen again, and I think it can be quite hard. You know, like it's, that's the problem is like, it could have been worse, but
yeah, it's still not that bad.
It could have been like 5H charged Reaper and like the whole thing, but it's not the end of the world. It's just rough. Yeah, the dashes are great. I think having the dash like Leo is actually really useful against Testament because you can dash and then challenge on Crow a bit easier than some characters, but.
Well, we found ourselves in the corner once again, and Romolla collecting. Make sure the count is correct. 3-0.
Moo. That's what when the super happens. Actually, it's so funny because the little succubi, they say woo at the end, and it's like I always hear them yell woo, and then I'm just going to the wall dead. You know.
Like, I'm not pleased with how much pleasure you're taking in this.
Yeah, I mean, when I play Go Lewis and he's got size 44 jeans. Like when I'm stuck in the corner against this character, my jump is low. Like my chances of winning are, it's like that's my chance of hitting is like 1.7%. I'm like, I'm swinging. Let's give it the old college try.
I was gonna say, you're like, what other choice do I have though at this point? Like, I gotta take it. I gotta take the 1.7% chance.
Yeah, and because he's a large man, like Arbiter and like Crow are real good at hitting his little leggies when he jumps. So you know,
Oh
it's just how it goes.
no,
Yeah,
that's
it's
so
rough.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's Zato kind of has that jump too, where like he doesn't really get a lot of hang time when he's going up.
For sure. I haven't played against a Testament the caliber of Romolla, but I'm sure if I did that, I would be hating life. Because I think Crow does sound like a pretty good harassment tool, especially because Zatos like to up back, right? Like we definitely like our little like up back BRC drift to try to punish you and whatnot. So, or try to get into flight and cheese our way out of the corner. So be a problem 100%. I mean, Romolla is going to be a problem for anybody she runs into. Just like our next player, UMISHO, who seems to always find themselves in top 8s, no matter the tournament being online or offline.
MFCR said, my plan to get Leo buffed is going according to plan. That's sick. I'm right there with you. Let's just all like throw our matches and get Testament killed. Hell yeah. Sounds fun.
Good idea. You know, I played against like the Arcs as esports manager yesterday on Arc Live, and I was like, I should have thrown my matches.
That's a great idea. Yeah, you should have just been like, dude, you're so good. Like, man, if
he
only
played
my
Gold
character
Lewis,
had
too.
Jump D.
Yeah. He played Gold Lewis, so it wouldn't have been, you know, that good for the Gold Lewis players like yourself. But either way, maybe I'll get him buffed now that I won the set.
Hell yeah, Gold Lewis getting buffed. You love to see it.
Oh man, that UMISHO. I mean, I know they love the way the Happy Chaos meta has kind of progressed in this patch, right? The nerf from this big zoning full screen game, but they're more than happy to play the new kind of up close CQC style Happy Chaos.
It's definitely straight up CQC. Like you're just snapping necks and stuff. Like this character really just does dastardly things when they get in. Like he just runs in there against you and just starts twerking on you like this, and you're just like, please help me. Where are you? Door stuck. Like, I'm just in such a bad spot.
All right, Remi, we got one hit. We need one more. It's gotta be big too. When we show the PRC starter. Nice instant block on the cross up. Oh, and actually threw him out of the next one.
Oh, and they get the wake up throw. Yeah, it's the John Wick combat roll that you try to the cross up. Like that move is so good now. They made roll so much better as a mix up tool. And before it was like a joke. Like people are like, why don't you use roll for mix ups? And it's like, well, because people have eyes, you know. But now it's like a real thing.
Most definitely, yeah. Being able to shoot quicker and whatnot. Definitely way more difficult to defend against. And UMISHO definitely puts that into practice a whole lot, likes that close quarters combat like we said before.
Yeah, I love the dash blocks too. Axel is really weak to just like dashing because most of the time the things that he does to zone you are like negative, right? So if you just dash block at him, a lot of times he doesn't really gain a whole lot. It's pretty beneficial for you to just move towards him and not swing on the ground. Like jumping is not great, I think, a lot of times, right? So
yeah,
I'll do it.
Always have the gun out. The gun is the puppet. Can cover any type of whiff, any type of hit, just combos into it. And UMISHO has definitely been Geppetto with that puppet. I mean, I don't see anybody kind of playing Happy Chaos on the level that they do.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else, or I don't think a lot of people play the same style as UMISHO either. Like, they have such a unique style. Even before, like, last time, you know, nobody shot the gun faster. No one was quicker on the draw. And I think now UMISHO has switched their style quite a bit. And they have a really effective kind of, I think, grasp of the character. It's only if you have somebody who, like, gets in and really causes a problem on offense, I think, where UMISHO is, like, starting to struggle. But, I mean, that's any character, you know?
Yeah, and I'm honestly OD impressed with UMISHO's defense a lot of the time. Like, you talk about their grasp on Happy Chaos. Like, I'm still so impressed with their grasp on fighting games in general, considering how new they are.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, too, where the defense is a lot of, like, really late upbacks and really late, what's it called, jumps to deal with, and backdash to deal with the pressure. Usually really good reactions, too. It's only if you played UMISHO a lot, I think, where you start to kind of catch on to the way that they try to defend. Wow, nice block.
You finally find out the fuzzy timings. Stuff like that. Yeah, I really like their air throws a lot of the time too, but right now Remi Celeste gonna be the one to need the defense. Oh, and set it up with a shot to block it in the empty load. That was great timing.
Little 6p action out of bullets, so that's what. Oh, the BRC was supposed to be a reload, probably. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I was just gonna say they did the same thing last time with close slash into reload off the BRC. It's pretty cool.
Oh, couldn't get the 5K. Put the stanky foot on him again anyway. Slump life.
Hell, please get me out of here. This is so.
Slump
Watching
life.
this makes me so angry because I'm just like, I want to. I would rather you hit me and did 80% than you hit me 8 times to do 80%. You know what I mean? Like, just kill me in one hit.
1000%. It was why I hated Eno when the game came out, and like I would just get slumped like 40 times. Like I was like, nah, just hit me once and kill me, bro. I feel so much dumber just losing these 50-50s that I have a very big disadvantage at.
Yeah, just like I wish your combo just did 60% and put me through the wall instead
Like,
of just
please.
leaving me here, just like abandoned, you know, by God and Daisuke.
No, you're gonna have to start picking up the Crusader book, my friend.
Yeah, it's time.
Reloading, of course. UMISHO is gonna be comfortable from this distance, but we'll see how long they kind of want to play this, because the concentration, as we said before, drains very quickly, as you saw there.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that'll do it though. I think, like compared to before, you saw like Happy Gas shot twice and then had to like double concentrate to get all the gauge back, right? It's like before you would have shot 19 times, you know, and you're just like, hell yeah, but it's not really the same as before. You just lose so much more concentration.
Yeah, that's good stuff for UMISHO. Adjusting, adapting, as fighting game players need to do, right? Sometimes you can see players get left behind on patches or when games go into the next iteration in the series, but UMISHO, they got the adaptation skills.
Yeah, when you say like someone got patched out, you know,
Yeah.
it's like not an uncommon phrase. Like somebody's style or character just gets deleted and you're like, well, that was it.
Okay, I still can't believe that happened to James Harden in real life. He got nerfed by system mechanics. That was crazy. Never have I seen that in the NBA.
You know, that's pretty funny. You gotta do that to Steph Curry. They're gonna be like, yeah, this 3-point line.
Overpowered.
Yeah, it's broken. Like, they gotta nerf this.
Nerf it at 2.5 points.
Yeah. For every 3 threes you make, you get, you know, 6 points. Let's just make it like that.
Yeah, you gotta make 3 threes for it to count in the first place.
Yeah. And then you go to the free throw line, and you have to make the free throws after too. This guy Steph Curry will do it though.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? He's not gonna miss anyway. Okay, Remi, we got some life though. I like that last round. Let's see, we found ourselves in a predicament again. However, all the tap dust, one of the abusers of that button in this game.
I hate it. I hate the way he winds up yada and he just like punches you. It's like so. He barely even tries. Like, it's so disrespectful.
Man's gonna send him to the moon with that. Oh, the headbutt. Got a halo there. Looking like Kendrick Lamar.
Still looking like a good round though for Remi. That was every bullet though. That's the problem. Like when you hit fire the whole clip like that, you just use so much of your resources. Yeah. All right, Slumberino. Ugly. That was a Looney Tunes safe jump.
Anvils dropping, guns dropping.
Yeah, that was nasty. I hate the way that jump K looks. Like the jump K whiff looks so bad.
So aesthetically, this pleases you?
Yeah, I'm not about it. A little dash cancel action. Ooh, nice backdash.
We see UMISHO putting on not only buffs with their character, but buffs from the system mechanics as well, right? Lots of utilization of the dash cancelable close S and a 5K.
No. I don't like it. Every time I see that, I just know it's not okay. Nice
Remi,
little dash block.
Yeah, I like that dash block. That was a big risk from Remi, but it paid off.
Dead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, there's not much you could do there because even if you try to burst, Remi just reacts to the burst with like RC 2H or something, and then that'll do it anyway. So
yeah, did a nice chunk of damage at the end. Okay, Remi.
Surviving.
Yeah, that's all we can do against Happy Chaos. Survive.
Yeah, especially because like you know, even before Happy Chaos could shoot Axel a bit, but it wasn't like always the plan. Now I think you kind of gotta approach a bit more if you're Happy Chaos, which means, you know, better chance for Remi to just kind of control space. Although this, yeah, no good.
Yeah, the UMISHO is so good at covering their tracks on the approach. That's what makes it so difficult, even for Remi Celeste and Axel of this caliber to get their game going. I guess the double shots forward in the long range 5K. Oh, wait though, we got a chance. That was a sick way to side switch.
Yeah, I like that idea. Staggered far slash. Nice. Look at Remi go.
Yeah, building that risk gauge along the way. However, we are full screen, but again, that's not going to be too many shots. See, already in the concentration red.
Yeah. Oh, little whiff on the 2D. Not quite close enough. Oh, man, that's bad. I'll see. I was going to say, Remi's got a burst here, I think. I'm surprised UMISHO didn't, like, RC to try to bait anything. I guess wants to hold the meter, but I think at this point, you kind of got to get off of it somehow. And, yeah, BRC looks good. That'll do it.
Super smart from UMISHO right there. That's a great way to respond to kind of like stagger pressure and whatnot. Get the BRC out forward. See if you have a chance to put out an option, whether it be throw or button, or if you got a block.
What the?
Oh my! Behind the back shot. Harlem Globetrotters, Happy Chaos.
Yeah, that was like the nape of the neck. Like, I actually don't understand. You know, when this character came out, I remember people were like, his 6P sucks. And I was like, how, you know, have you ever considered it's a user error? Like, I don't know. I don't know how to break it to you.
90% of them are. Maybe you should take a look.
Yeah, the 6Ps are in this video game. Just 6P is both right and wrong, you know. But like, for him, it's good.
Remi though, we still got another chance. BRC on the pressure again. Saw that in the last round. YRC successful though at UMISHO, maybe trying for that jump air throw we talked about earlier. Okay, golden. First available, but gonna hold on to it. Yeah, Remi surviving again.
Yeah, these little scrambles are important too. I think, you know, the kind of player UMISHO is, if you can make things a little wiggly, it's probably going to be a little better for you. Oh, man. Steady aim shot out of the air.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Hold on that one.
Yeah, the thing about these mix-ups too, the problem with them is they take a lot of resources to do. So you see, had to, like, you know, BRC right there to get some bullets back, and then concentrate bullets back. So it causes you to spend a lot of resources if you're wrong, although that should do it there. Yeah.
Oh, just the knee to the gut at the end.
Well played from UMISHO. Remi almost made it happen too. It's just like, when you get put in that position, it's so bad. The corner carry from this character is so good, and then like once you make it to the corner, it's just you immediately get put in the slump situation, and you're just like, oh my god, like I gotta be right like 4 times to make it out.
Yeah, the slump is one of the worst feeling things in Strive. Like, I was honestly one of the first patches, I was expecting them to change it. Honestly, and they have not. And it looks like a feature that's here to stay. And it is one that you got to be aware of if your character has access to it at all, right? Like, Zatos are starting to implement it a little bit more now, right? With like the routes that end in that first piercer hit into unsummon. So if you can exploit it, you need to.
Yeah, we should make Gold Lewis drone low walls. I couldn't even make it through the sentence. Yeah, you should give every character one move that like gives the grounded wall splat for no reason.
Oh, that
like
would be chaos.
Souls far slash, just low wall slopes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the season 2 change everyone does not want to see, but we do want to see the bracket. It's coming up right now. What's up here? UMISHO and Romolla. No surprise, honestly. They've made it into that winner's semis side of the top 8 bracket. But we still got SQ and Xylophone, as well as Solstice and K7 Showoff.
Yeah, some good-looking matches that we have left here. I'm guessing it's going to be SQ, Xylophone, and then we'll jump up for the Solstice K7 set, as you were talking about. That SQ set's going to be the next one. Her record looked great. I saw it early on.
Yeah.
And like, not only did SQ like win a lot and was like in a good record in the beginning, but then like didn't have to play anymore, right? Which is kind of nice, I think. You know, get your nice early lead, and then you can relax. You know, watch some YouTube videos on the stream. Just take it easy. You don't have to play a million sets.
Yeah, when I was looking at the standings, I was like, wow, Ramlethal really runs this neighborhood, huh? Solstice and SQ are the 1 and 2 seeds. That's why they're at the opposite ends of the bracket as well. So we are going to the lower side of it. SQ versus Xylophone. Xylophone on the Chipp. All right.
Yeah.
I honestly do not see the Ram versus Chipp at a high level very often.
Oh, yeah. And we'll get the names Swaparino to SQ's player 2. Oh, no, not second hit counter hit Rekka. God
He was
help
like,
us.
well, I'm actually dead, so I must burst.
Yeah, when you get counter hit by Ram's second Rekka or third Rekka, it's actually just the worst. You're so dead. You're deader than dead.
Yeah, put it on my tombstone, fam. Second hit Rekka victim.
Yeah. I wouldn't even leave flowers at your grave. Like, the Rekka will still kill you. Like, the flowers will just leave.
The swords just come floating from behind the gravestone. Like, you need to get it out of town, buddy.
Yeah. She'll come to the grave to pick up her swords. Like, they're still there. I'm like, all right, I'm good. That little car cancel into the super.
I like it. Implementing some buffs here. We had the shadow clones as well. Oh, just bag dashing out of that. And YRC to free up some space. SQ chasing them down.
Air dash looks good. A little too far for the second 5K. What the?
With the scrambles indeed, trying to force her into an uncomfortable situation and does so successfully. Xylophone.
I love that Xylophone had the hit and could have RC'd the win, but was like, I'm going to do the overhead instead. Oh my god.
It's faster now.
It's true.
All right, pressure here though. This is where Ramlethal thrives, lives, and wants to always be.
This is so bad.
Look
Please,
at this.
please get me out. Okay. Oh my god.
Successful DP would have been dead if blocked.
I feel like Super was just, oh yeah, I was going to say, oh no, she barely lost the other bar. That sucks.
It was indeed. Spell peril for SQ. We got the wall break. No mirror to immediately YRC either. And we just got mix-ups on mix-ups. The Alpha Blade into the command throw. Xylophone, okay.
I'm shocked that Leaf Grab killed, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Especially, that position looked so awful. Like, Xylophone looked like it was over. You know, and it was just all turned around after that one DP. Just like sent it. It all worked out. Didn't have any meter to RC it because Xylophone was FDing the whole time.
Yeah, that was definitely a, I'm tired of blocking and I'm going to put it on the Hail Mary DP.
Yeah.
Right? Like sometimes you just get tired of dealing with an option in a fighting game and you're going to put a bet on stopping that, whether or not it is likely that it's going to hit. So I like that from Xylophone. And as you mentioned, kind of just rode the momentum from there, able to get the wall split or into the wall break, kind of got it with super as well. So got the advantage afterwards, the positive. And yeah, I mean, Chipp is a dangerous cat like anybody in this game when it comes to meter.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because I was thinking, I wonder if this command grab at the end of the last round was going to build enough bar for him to like RC and combo after it, and then it just killed. I was like, oh, it was way more damage than I expected.
Oh, nice check on the clones. You got to come at me with your real self. No mirror images.
Oh my god, please help me.
Exclamation points on the other end now.
I've never
Oh no, actually dead. Not even close to surviving that one.
Show the damage on someone other than Chipp.
Yeah.
Please. That was brutal. Just you saw the burst immediately and you're like, oh no. I've never seen 5H Rekka 1 8 times in a row before. That was absurd. Like I'm impressed SQ kept blocking the whole time.
Fact, she was disciplined. Was committed to the option one way or another. All right, we putting them in the corner, and yeah, we've seen that. The jumpy has been there to stop any and all air escapes. SQ, it felt a little violent that round. It was quite the response.
Yeah, if I was SQ, I would think Xylophone is the worst human on the planet, for sure. I would just be like, I don't like you, and I don't like what you stand for, and you gotta go.
Now, you play fighting games is fundamentally opposed to how I exist as a human.
Yeah.
And we need to take care of that right now.
Yeah, that's how you know Xylophone's doing something right, you know?
Yeah.
That means you're doing everything correct, but that's oh my god. The Beyblade, let her rip.
Oh, actually put out the 5K, but again, those jump P's has him in the corner DP, and out Xylophone is bringing SQ into the mud.
Had to be done. Oh, nice jump back. That was really clean with the little jump pass. Uh-oh.
My God, this man playing DNF out here. We're not blocking on wake up. DP, backdash, man, one of those options.
Oh, it hit. I thought that was going to be DP.
You finally blocked.
Yeah. I think SQ is smart to go for throw there because if it was DP, you won. And if it's not DP, you know, you have meter there to save yourself too. But yeah, SQ, I think is like, look, if you want to play like this, I'm just going to stand in this zone and swing my arms. And if you run into me, then I got you.
Yeah, I think SQ kind of likes playing that style and those characters where it's like shut down the wild stuff, right? Like that's kind of the archetype I think she typically plays.
Gotta be one apiece here. Well played there from SQ. I like that it was. This is kind of like a very swingy match, and like it's kind of fun to watch a match like that sometimes. Oh, that was a good Gamma Blade actually on the 2H.
Oh my god, we're already in the other corner. Nice, the spin kick. That's unfortunate for SQ. Wow, that's a whole lot of damage off that starter. I can't remember which button that is.
I think it was 5H. It was either 5H or 6H. Rekka 1, Rekka 2 super. I did a lot.
The palms.
Maybe Xylophone's looking for YRC there. SQ just holds the meter. Oh my god, how did he get under?
They stared into each other's eyes. I know they both were like, well, how did I get under? That's why they hesitated for a moment right there. And Xylophone just framed quicker on the button, on the flinch.
Yeah, nice. Doing nothing on round start's pretty good because Chipp, you know, he's got a 9-frame far slash. He's going to hit it a lot. And so just walking back there looks good. Uh-oh.
God damn. All right. Living on a prayer here. But we've seen Xylophone bring it back from deficits before. Can we get another Hail Mary DP? No.
Yeah, I was hoping. I like his DPs.
He's been on point.
Oh, help me.
Oh my goodness, bro.
When Chipp players just start air dashing at me like that, that's when I know things are getting dire. I'm like, this is not going to be good. One of us is going to hell.
SQ building the meter afterwards, so can't break it with a super, so still fighting on even ground until that happened. Burst out, though.
Surprised that worked, actually. Oh, my
Damn.
God.
Oh, my. Xylophone pressing on hit. Oh, knew that she didn't have swords at this moment. Is going to take advantage of it best he can. 100-meter and the burst, though, but still gets schmixed.
Oh, I thought that was a bait on the burst. So much bar from SQ, though. Nice block.
Oh,
nice block.
Blocked it again.
Nice block again. Oh, my God. That throw. Oh, my God.
Xylophone, are you serious, bro? He is playing quite the tune right now, I'll tell you that much.
Is this the greatest gamer to ever do it? Like, if I was SQ, I would be so shook right now. I'd be like, who is Xylophone?
Yeah.
Why is Xylophone so I knew Xylophone was a Chipp player, and I've never seen Xylophone play, but I'm a huge fan. Like, this is... All Chipp players need to be one hit away from death at all times and play that way. And this is the perfect playstyle.
That is their true potential unlocking, for sure.
Yeah, like, you know how you play better when you're low on life? Yeah. Chipp players are just always in that zone, you know? Because, like, he's always low on life.
He's always in danger of dying, so you gotta play with that intensity. Oh, life flashing before his eyes right there. SQ staying smart with the frame traps.
Oh, that is a rough burst. But also, I understand because SQ messed up and then got the hit, and when your opponent does that, you're like, you son of a... And you just burst anyway.
Yeah, also one of the most tilting things across all fighting games.
Yeah, it's like the I messed up and do I win is the worst.
So right now, we have Xylophone, despite the emotional burst, the instant boxer coming out from SQ, but not leaving him out of space to get punished. Oh, yeah, there's that 9-frame far as you were talking about. Ruling the neutral.
The way he just jams Rekka 1 at SQ is terrifying. Like, it's so scary to me because I'm like, where is Rekka 2? Where it's like a wanted poster. Yeah, like I'm like, where is have you seen Rekka 2? Call this number.
About to start printing t-shirts for it. Oh, the double jump out. PRC, but right into the waiting arms of Ramlethal. SQ bouncing back. Trying to gain some composure here, slow down the pace a little bit, or at least find her footing in this pace. Yeah,
it's, you know, it's one of those matchups where sometimes you really feel like nothing is in your control, and then you just win anyway because that's just what Chipp's like. You know, you're like, I don't know what's happening, but you are gonna die.
Yeah, all of a sudden it feels like a scramble, like you're not gaining any ground, but he just has like 20% life left, and you're like, okay, I just have to hit him once with something random.
Yeah, you're like, I don't even remember why you're low on life, but you deserve this.
Yeah, you never feel sorry for him, that's for damn sure. You're like, I don't know how you got this low, but thank God you did.
Yeah, and you see the challenge on hit from SQ. The Rekkas are negative on hit, Rekka 1 and Rekka 2, so Like, swinging after them is the right idea, but the problem is you just don't know if he's going to do Rekka 1 into nothing or not, or Rekka 1 walk back.
It's always a bet. Nice little side switch to get the easy wall splat damage. Nice from SQ. Now from the brink of defeat. Set point. Okay, wait though.
Oh, does Rekka 2? The rare Rekka 2?
Been found. The
It's
lost
like
Rekka.
the meme that's like rare footage of Xylophone actually doing Rekka 2, but it is rare footage. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god.
Ooh, yeah. Challenging under the Shuriken as well. Another beautiful side switch combo. Uh-oh. Oh, nah, yeah. The burst actually coming out successfully. I was surprised.
I don't like the way he's twitching. That was so scary. 6P looks good here.
Well, we're gonna get another chance to play though. 100% meter as well from Xylophone. Are we just gonna get the random Chipp super?
I was just gonna say, is it time for Super RC and just everything will be where it lies? Okay, he made it there.
Yes. It looked like it had some burst safe elements to it. But
there was an element. I don't know what element it was.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what was and what wasn't. It looked like something like that 2H might have been burst safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the cut of its jib. As we got a really close match here. Xylophone, SQ, last round scenario. Pressure looks good though. Ooh, no Alpha Blade, but SQ was ready with the far slash.
Oh, the 6P again, SQ. Really ready for the pressure that Xylophone bringing out now. We got the corner again, stuffs him. As long as this combo is finished, that is going to be SQ moving on in the winner's side, 3-2.
Yeah, that was close. I think Xylophone, it's funny because after, I think like a game or two ago, I don't know if we saw a single DP. It's like he just did not pull the trigger on a single one and was like, all right, I've DP'd enough. Like, surely SQ will be looking for it now. And then SQ was just like, no, I'm going to just keep my pressure the same and I'm not going to worry about it. If you DP, you DP.
Yeah, I think that's something that players end up kind of getting ahead of themselves with sometimes, right? Especially when you play like a known player like an SQ or something like that. You'll go into the set kind of having some respect for them in the sense that they're going to adjust to the things that are successful for you. And sometimes they don't, right? They're like, I'm just going to keep running my game plan and I'm going to rely on you kind of adjusting when you don't need to. And it can kind of result in something like that.
Yeah, especially because like also Xylophone was jumping so much after sword toss, and then at the very end he dashed and SQ just like checked it, and it was just like, how are you ready when like 9 out of 10 times he jumps there, SQ's still ready for the little 2K that time.
Yeah, you know, we've been talking about tilting things in fighting games. That's another one, right? Where it's like, bro, I've been doing this one option this whole time. I'm trying to condition you to look for this so I can do this other thing, and no, I'm just gonna look for the other thing the whole time. Hold that.
Yeah,
and here we go. Yeah, the
bracket. Yeah, bracket's looking good. We got the last matchup at the top there. It's going to be Solstice versus K7, which should be a good one. And I'm excited for that. It should be Ram versus Leo or Nago. And then winner plays against Deb. And then our losers bracket down there is looking juicy. And again, this started with a winner's side, top 8, everybody in top 8 winners. So, you know, just keep that in mind. That's why there's an extra little round of matches before we get into it. Our East Coast bracket is happening now. West Coast bracket will be after this.
Yeah, so keep it locked and loaded. If you're looking for Strive, we're literally going to be here for like 5 more hours. No joke. Yeah. Like, we got at least 2 more hours left in this bracket and then a 3-hour West Coast bracket at minimum.
Yeah, which is, I'm excited. I'm going to watch the West Coast bracket probably tomorrow is my plan. I'm like, hell yeah, grab some food, strap in, get a nice juicy top 8 bracket.
Oh yes, most definitely, along with the juicy meal.
That sounds great. Nago has no dash. Little known fact for everybody out there. Just thought I should educate, and that means that when you're in the corner, you can't dash out of the sword. It sucks.
Oh man. I don't know, that reminded me of like the stand-up comics that like just transition to a different subject out of nowhere, you know? Like that delivery was perfect.
Got no dash. Also, little known fact, no air dash. Dashing in the air. Cannot do it. Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's ground or air, huh?
Yeah, I know. Breaking ground here.
New information dropped on CLG Run It Thursdays.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Like when I saw him Beyblade out the first time, I was like, oh my god, is that the answer? It's not the answer. It's like, it's okay, but you know, life goes on.
Most definitely.
I love Beyblade Fast RC because, like, you know, Nago's Beyblade is minus now. It's like, all right, this is the measures I've been forced to go for. Oh no, it whiffed. Pop? You hate to see it.
Oh, Solstice, just clean it up, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tragic.
Show him the beam, the double beam dream.
You know, they said that move was bugged and they were gonna fix it, but what they meant was like there's a bug where if it only hits once, it does like 700 damage. And I was hoping they meant they would just remove it. Like that would be sick, you know, if it just didn't do 8,000 damage.
It'd be nice.
Yeah, the last hit of that super does like so much.
Dummy thick amounts of damage when it comes to that super.
It's like basically an entire Chipp B&B, but the last hit of that super.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I'm like, what is happening? Why does this do so much?
Like, how does the Chipp damage exist in a game with this super damage?
Yeah, it's pretty ham.
The calculations are not calculating.
Nice little punish there on IB's second hit far slash, knowing K7 was probably not going to cancel because blood is looking a little high.
High blood. You always got to be well aware how much gauge you got available here in K7. Level 2 now gets caught flinching with something.
Yeah, I think it's funny too because in this version of the game, you know, Nago, when he's high on blood, his buttons are all really good, but I think his chances to rob you are slightly worse just because, you know, Beyblade is not nearly as ridiculous as it used to be, right?
Chunky on even Nagoriyuki, but 100% I agree with you. Yeah, like Beyblade, not the as potent as it used to be, definitely still a potent tool, but again, yeah, with the high levels of blood, he just doesn't have access to that as much, right? At least not without danger of popping himself.
Yeah, and he has to like Beyblade into DPU. And like if he spends all that blood, I'm like, oh, sick. Like it's so nice, you know. Oh yeah, you can't burst that. We've all bursted that before, and you can't burst it. Like
that is
I knew
also a little known fact, air quotes.
Yeah, I knew that was burst safe at least 8 months ago, and I still burst it. I'm like, you son of a, and I just clicked. I clicked the two buttons together, and I'm like, oh.
There's certain things that bring out like the primal reflex in you, right? Like you know better, but you can't stop yourself.
Yeah, like going to an airport. It just makes humanity, it gets so primal there. Nobody's happy. Yeah, you're dead. Nobody's happy there. It's the same thing with that close slash counter hit, especially off Fukyo. You're like, what the? And then you just click burst, and then he just stands there.
Oh man, going back to airports, that's been something. Tell you what.
Yeah, it's
watching humanity at its lowest form. That and cheaters. I've never seen two lower forms of humanity for sure.
Yeah, the airport is like if any of the G4 reality shows were life, you know? Like everybody at an airport will literally kill you if you look at them bad. Like you could just be like, hey there, neighborino, and they're like, I'll stab you in the neck. Like that's what it's like to go to an airport. It's terrible.
They unsheathe the pin. It's all sharpened for some reason. Like what? Why do you have that? You can't take that on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Locked in the corner again, and Showoff, yeah, he's been spinning blood real nice and early. He's found himself in this scenario a couple of times now.
That's the problem. I think it's like the idea is to spend blood early to all in, but if you're wrong, the penalty is so bad. I think saving blood is really good for that reason because the more you spend, the worse your odds are of winning endgame in the round, you know?
Yep. Definitely, and especially against these, I think, longer range characters.
What is plus?
Yeah.
Oh, missed. A little too far away.
I was like, what is it? But yeah, I guess the longer range characters, especially when you're going to need the Beyblade or the Fukyo pressure to try to get past all the nonsense, you need access to that blood. And unfortunately, K7 spinning it early, and the bets are not going his way.
Yeah, my strategy, I think, and a lot of people's strategies against Nago this patch is to like let him spend blood. And then like now that he's high on blood and his options of one-chancing you are so much lower, just chill, you know, because it's a lot worse, I think. Oh, that was probably supposed to be command grab, and then it was 6B anyway. Worked out better.
Yeah, Solstice had that clean IB punish as well. Oh, we are fighting back. Chris Nunez, the traditional Japanese tattoo.
Yeah, this is great too. It gets rid of a lot of your blood. Help! Oh god. Okay, it spends everything.
Emptied the bank account. No character, no player no players of characters empty the bank faster than Rams.
Yeah, had to be done. Wow, I'm surprised that hit actually. Oh, little fly swat. It's got to be a kill.
Yeah, built the RC into the kill.
Looks good. I like it. I was worried for a second there. I was like, this combo is not, it's not getting there. You know, that's what I was like, this is looking like it might take a while.
Okay, 7 ult, here we go. Yeah, it's going to be high blood now because of the clone. Put himself on the edge and now in the corner.
Yeah, he actually couldn't even Fukio back there to keep himself safe because, you know, he just has so much blood. Like, it's so high.
It would have popped. Oh, nice FD and found the 2S button press. 10 frames in that level 2 blood. Nice and quick.
Yeah. That was a good try. Solstice a little late. Uh-oh.
Oh, saw the 5K coming out and just 6P'd it. That nonsense out of here, fam. 5P anti-airs. K7 holding on to the burst and knows this combo's not going to kill him. We got a neutral situation to use the meter on. Oh,
that's huge.
Caught flinching.
Yeah, and made that really hard to burst as well. Oh, that was perfect. Solstice played that so well. 2P is like a really good challenge, and also it's burst safe there, so that was excellent to close that out.
She got a 4-frame 2P now or not?
I don't remember if they changed how faster 2P is.
But yeah, obviously, either way, a really good option. And honestly, a lot of that time, the fear overwhelms you. At least when I find myself in that situation against Nagoriyuki, I have low health. He just hit a combo and he's walking at me. It's very scary, and you don't want to press a button. But challenge at the perfect time and caught him trying to throw.
It looks like it's 6. She got a 6 frame.
Okay, so 6. Okay, so
2P. But the nice thing is like most people, I'm sure if you play the game, you've probably done this before, maybe on accident, but it's really good. It's just, I mean, lights like that, or rapid fire lights especially, are usually safe to burst. So you can just like meaty someone or hit someone with it and then just hit the button again, and if they burst, you'll recover and block. So I think a pretty good option. A lot of times when people are scared of burst or gold burst, they just meaty people with jabs, so they don't have to worry about it. Like Zato can do it. He just runs up and hits 5P a bunch of times until you're pushed away, and then he goes for Pierce or something.
Yeah, most definitely a very common occurrence for Zato. But yeah, man, the bracket is moving along. Yet again, we have another participant in the winner semi side of things. And the next match going to be SQ versus Razer UMISHO.
Should be a good little match. This is going to be winner semis of the bracket. So winner of this goes into winners finals. We also have our losers round 1 happening, I think, off stream. So it looks like Remi beat Xylophone 3-0, which is pretty impressive. If that was Axel versus Chipp, actually, I know a lot of people don't like that matchup. We have K7 now down there against MFCR. We saw MFCR lose earlier to Romolla, who she's going to be playing Solstice in the next match. So UMISHO versus SQ should be our next little match. Should be a good one. And then get those losers brackets matches off stream. Hopefully you've been enjoying all the action so far. Sounds like we're going to take a little 5-minute break and then get back into our top 8. We'll see you guys after the break.
Welcome back to twitch.tv/counterlogic gaming. We are here with Run It Thursdays, the first edition of the Guilty Gear Strive ladder. Me and Sage am holding down the East Coast. How you doing, friend?
I'm chilling. I got some food. I'm feeling nice and ready to go. The matches have been good so far. We're going to have our SQ versus UMISHO match up next, which should be great. Then we're going to have our other winner semis match, which would be really nice after that.
So I got two questions that have nothing to do with this bracket, unfortunately. The first one is, I know it's on the stream's mind. What's the food?
Oh, I got bibimbap. So there's like a gigantic tray of rice and noodles and sauce.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I just got word that we're going to get in. So I'm going to save the second question because it does have to do with Guilty Gear Strive for after our winner semis block, because I want to make sure you got time to express yourself with that one. But we are getting SQ versus UMISHO, and Sage Jam fills his stomach with a bibimbap. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's delicious.
That's close enough, right?
It's hitting the spot. It's fantastic. Well, this should be a great match. I'm excited for this because even in the previous patch, I think Ram was one of the characters who fought Happy Cow's the best, right? So overall, a lot of the Ram players have, you know, pretty good results, I think, compared to most other characters in this matchup. And I'm curious how this matchup looks in this version.
My good UMISHO with the aggression to start off, I'll tell you what. And I think that tells how the matchup is going to change just a little bit, at least, right? A lot of the times, Happy Chaoses were content to get to full screen and start their zoning game, and Ram, due to her range and her quick dash speed, was able to stuff that a lot of the time. But now UMISHO more content to get up close. However, once we've seen this stage change, it's been nice and slow.
Yeah, especially stuff like Ram 5H. I don't think there's many buttons in the game that can contest the kind of zoning that Happy Chaos wants to do better than that button. It's so good.
Oh, the fadeaway jump S right there. I love that button. Oh, catching the wrist.
This is a nice little pressure sequence. UMISHO has a lot of meter, but just out of bullets.
Yeah, and that's not a place you want to be. See, he has the meter. Okay, does spin the wire. See, once they saw the sword was committed, throw her back into it. You could have it. You ain't bringing nothing to a gunfight that he can't handle.
Yeah, very well played there. And we'll see if there's this aggression around start again from UMISHO, or if it's just like patience. Yeah, patience into the run-up. 2D trade from both of them.
Oh, in 2S. Usually you see a hit from farther, but point blank that time puts up the stop sign. Oh, yes, of course, immediate concentration. You thought you could take your turn, though. Just slumped up. Oh, my God, the pressure sequence. So tough to find a gap. SQ gonna spin it on YRC and does get a back throw incident.
Yeah, this is humongous, too, because UMISHO's resources were finally coming back. Jumps back, and that's huge. Chance to escape, but the air-to-air from SQ looks great.
And then running up in him. Oh, again, back to back with the throws. And Ram doing her thing, running the block as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, when she gets in, it's miserable for every character, whether you have a jump or not, or a dash, or whatever you can use to escape. So, first, early, I think I like the idea from SQ. Oh, this is going to hurt.
Yeah, 2S starter. And SQ already spent that burst as well. No meter to get out either. Bets on the jump. Also back dashing. Nice reaction onto the dust and the whiffs, but always can cover the whiff because of the gun.
That is so good,
bro.
That is so good. Oh, behind the back. Did you see the auto aim? Where's our anti-cheat? What the heck? That was messed up. He did a 360 no scope. What the ladder stall fakie? YY 360 no scope in the montage. That one's going in.
I was just like, UMISHO, whoever their YouTube person is, get on it, bro.
Yeah, that was phase UMISHO right there. That was out of control. I can't believe that.
No, it's too sick. We've seen them be ready with a couple of behind the back combos a couple of times. And you said that was so good. You mentioned the BRC reload, right?
Yeah, so like you can do the BRC and then you do close slash, and then there's so much block stun that you can get multiple bullets back in the gun.
That's
and then
wild.
You're still chilling into pressure. So yeah, that seems really, really strong.
And because Happy Chaos wants to be close, right? That's an even better situation. It's like I'm reloading in your face and then still get to run my gambit.
Yeah, you spend meter and you gain plus frames and bullets, which is like, you know, the two things you need right there.
Yeah, whereas definitely an efficient purchase. Well, but we added bullets again. See you at SQ. I love the way UMISHO was playing around it, but maybe betting on something that I could probably maybe throw him out of the close S.
Oh, this is brutal too. Super doesn't kill though.
Yeah, still a real rough situation for UMISHO to be in.
Yeah, I mean, you need a stroke of luck here. Oh yeah, well. Uh-oh.
Oh, The stroke of luck they have found. Breaks the wall, still no bullets. But how do we prey upon those expectations? BRC in there. Oh.
Well, 2K action. It's pretty good there. 2K is good because Gunflip is the obvious option from UMISHO, and 2K is pretty good against Gunflip.
Okay. Now finally a dust lands, not abandoning Chipp.
Nice.
We're back to back with it now.
I like too that there's been a lot of backdashing in the corner from SQ to try to get like air flipped out and not get wall slumped like this, but you know. Yeah, see? Trying to avoid it.
They has been going for that a lot, but fortunately UMISHO can kind of collect themselves, react to a lot of situations, doesn't get like a full combo off of it a lot of the time, but they react enough not to commit to something else that can get them killed.
Yeah, the idea from SQ is like, if I'm gonna get smoked anyway, I might as well flail and try to make it hard for you to convert.
Precisely. Oh. Beautiful air throw now, and now she's back to running the corner. Oh, that was so sick.
Yeah, it hurts. I like dropping the combo to keep the wall here too. Next hit wins for SQ.
BRC on the defensive end from UMISHO. There's that your favorite safe jump.
Getting wacky and wild.
Oh, Mr. Happy Chaos's wild ride. I'm not about that.
Yeah, and then the clean pickup from SQ there, holding on. I like it. I like the ideas. I think making this kind of uncomfortable confirms the reality for UMISHO is a really good adjustment from SQ.
Yeah, it's something that's like, you got to consider that's not necessarily a obvious defensive option, right? You're like, what? You're getting hit? That's the prime defensive option? But yeah, I mean, if it's going to result in them not getting the actual conversion that they would normally get and present an opportunity for you to take the momentum, you got to do it from time to time.
Yeah, why not? Like, sometimes you can try to block and then see how it goes, but other times you just, you know, do a little backdash, force a little flail, get the job done.
Yeah, especially because Happy Chaos, I mean, no reversal, right? So he can get one turned pretty effectively.
Yeah, I mean, the back throw into the corner against this character is a little spooky.
Oh, 100% meter from UMISHO. What are we going to do with it? Immediately bets on the wire. See, the jabs are coming out, too. It was a little scary.
Yeah, good blocks, though. SQ's defense is pretty solid, so that's why the throw comes out. Uh-oh. Oh, no way! 180 no scope again. Back. Somebody, like, gotta check this PC. This is not normally. This PC...
He's like that character from Trigun that's got the mask on behind his head. He's actually walking backwards shooting you.
Yeah, this PC is not normal. This is a good player, but this PC is not normally. I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Arturo's making his way over here too. He's infiltrated UMISHO's PC. Performance enhancing.
Yeah, like 980 hertz, like, you know, 420 frames. I don't know what's happening.
Test the setup for performance enhancing drugs. Oh. Okay.
Doesn't that feel so bad? Like, you just run up and someone just grabs you. You're like, why? Why could this happen to me?
Definitely does not feel good. Man, got a little bit too close, a little bit too intimate. I'm not sure what SQ, like, if it was just like a wait to do something. Usually people don't do that up against Happy Chaos, though, so maybe just got their meaty thrown.
It looks so far, too. Like, she just pulled up, like, and then it just, like, whoop, got snatched. And you're like, oh, I thought I was far enough away that I didn't get grabbed there.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was probably that, I guess, that she just thought she wasn't in throw range.
Yeah, so we got our game 4 here. UMISHO up in the set, looking good.
The clone is there. Look, I was flexing on you like a young buck.
Oh my god. I hope the clone just does jump K on the ground. Can we make that what the clone does? Can the clone do jump K?
Oh man, we gotta mod pauses into the clones.
Yeah.
Or I mean poses. Oh, I said pauses.
We're getting slumped up. This is not good. It's a little slumperino of a situation. You're dead.
Ex Machina. UMISHO toss the gas on him. That's not good.
This is really a not really bad start. Oh, you can't burst. Oh no. Oh, the 360 no scope anyway. It still worked out. No burst here? Yeah, I mean, what can you do? That's burst safe. Please help me.
I thought it was gonna be a point blank headshot execution style to finish it off, but instead the 2S feels a little worse getting hit by that, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure if UMISHO just like let SQ tech off the wall and then shot anyway, or like it was a bunch of little accidents that turned into being an okay situation no matter what. Because steady aim, he just holds a shot.
Yeah.
And then wherever you go, just whoop behind the back. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the first one I thought was planned. The second one I didn't think was planned, but it could be reversed for all I know. Or maybe they were both planned. Who can really tell?
Whatever they were up to, I don't like it. It's just it's a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of malarkey.
It was befitting the character's name for sure. A lot of happy chaos for the situation.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if you're like, you know, in these weird scrambly scenarios and you're SQ, like, it might even be hard to block that because I don't even know where Ram's gonna pop off the wall. And for happy chaos, you're just holding the gun, right? And you just hit the button.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, you're holding forward, right? Because they want to tech like far away from the corner. In the first one, she got like crossed up, so I guess like holding forward was fine. But that second one, she blocked it. But I mean, if you were holding forward right there, do you get hit? Like, did she actually like switch the block at the last second? I don't know. Or I guess like she interrupted before she had the block, right? On the second wall tech. So definitely something to think about though, as UMISHO takes their spot in winners finals, a place oh so familiar to them. SQ dropping down to the lower bracket once again to play K7, the losers bracket, I should say. But Solstice versus Romolla is what we got next.
Yeah, this should be cool. I'm excited for this match. It should be an interesting one, especially I think in this version of the game. Like, Testament is much better equipped to fight Ram compared to how it used to be. And this is a matchup that, you know, we probably have seen a lot more this patch because Testament is like, you know, a stronger character, a little bit more complete, a little bit more dangerous at basically every position on the screen.
Yeah, so we see players like Romolla and Kid Viper showing out with the character. I hope it's encouraged people to just pick them up in general, though. I'm sure there's been some Testament players on the rise with the patch.
Yeah, I think if you like playing like a mid-range kind of character who controls space on the screen, you really cannot get better than, you know, one of these two characters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right, both these characters on the screen pretty excellent at doing so. But yeah, I definitely think Testament has kind of some options that Ram doesn't, and I think a little bit more creative freedom with the character, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, having a fireball and such a good fireball at that is really, really nice. Testament's fireball is like not only a good projectile, but it also forces a response because of Crow. Like afterwards, it being so scary. Oh, this is bad, yeah.
And that's really what we saw set up that whole situation where Romolla got this hit in the first place, right? Was that Crow fireball game. Solstice feeling pressure, like they had to make something happen and ended up running into it.
Yeah, and right there, it's so messed up too because post wall break, you can like do save jumps or jump ins or whatever you want to do. Nice. Uses the super PRC for invincibility frames, but you can also just do Arbiter Sign. It's a 50-50, and then do another one afterwards. And like, you know, it does a lot of chip. It's plus on block. It's pretty hard to deal with. With Stain, it's plus on block rather, right?
Mm-hmm. And usually Romolla sets them up. I like that one though, using the Succubi to teleport.
Yeah, and Solstice really struggling to make something happen here in neutral. 5H will get the job done though. All right, some bar spent. This is okay. The problem though is, yeah, you know, oh my, Arbiter Sign. Yeah, Arbiter Sign is a pretty good move in the video game, I gotta say. Teleport, throw for the kill. Ouch.
The teleport's coming through. Romolla has been using it sparingly, but both times we saw it, proven effective. That's how you gotta be with that type of move, right? A lot of the time, if you're a little bit too overzealous or you show the teleport a little bit too many times, that's something that your opponent can catch on to and really punish you for. So Romolla always been safe with it, always been clean. And again, using it just here and there to catch their opponent off guard.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's scary. When you throw the fireball, it presents an immediate option, which is, do you do the succubus and then the succubus, or do the crow, and then that puts Stain on you, and then now you have to deal with the same kind of situation? Or is it going to be teleport, or is it going to be another fireball, or right there it was Arbiter Sign, right? Like what option are you going to do? And all of them are, you know, you need different responses to deal with.
Yeah, she definitely kind of racks up the mental stack very quickly. Another beautiful teleport, this time to escape the corner. Found the gap perfectly.
Yeah, and you see Ram's 5H excellent at kind of like poking in the range where Testament against a lot of characters honestly can kind of just like throw fireball and then do Crow and like you're chilling. You know, you're just in such a good spot. Oh, it didn't reach. Unlucky. Actually, if you're Testament there, you feel pretty bad about that.
Oh yeah, especially when Solstice confirms it or converts it into a kill.
Yeah, I mean, that was just unfortunate. Both the Arbiter Sign and the Crow were just barely out of range. Round Start 5k is really good in this matchup too, because it actually beats Ram Far Slash and a lot of the pokes Ram wants to do. Still in Stain State. Yeah, that'll be a pop, so I like the burst from Solstice.
Yeah, Solstice though didn't want to eat that follow-up Stain combo. All right, Romolla back into a corner, gonna burst out, get some breathing room going here. Solstice has to find his way back in on this character, but does so successfully.
Yeah, using that super PRC, it's really good for Testament. You know, part of having such a slow super startup is that the PRC option is really useful to keep the invuln frames, and we see a few uses of it already. It's really strong. Oh my, not quite enough to kill, but Stain State, yeah, Arbiter Sign, and then it's going to chip you, and then the next hit's going to hit you, and then there's another Fireball or another Arbiter Sign.
Yeah, so many tools to just wear you down. And then once you get into chip territory, you're going to have to start spending FD on them to make sure you don't die. But Solstice, what a start to this round.
Yeah, runs up and calls out the Air Reaper with 6p. I mean, this is a really, really rough game there.
Damn, tap dust, wrap this one up. Got a tied up set.
Yeah, well played from Solstice. I think, like, probably not maybe privy to as many specific Testament matchup answers, but is doing a good job of just being like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and do what I need to do and like play in the range I need to control, and just I think doing a really good job of being cautious but not overly so around the zoning.
Yeah, I think Ram is one of the best characters at something like that, right? Where you're kind of unfamiliar up against the matchup, so you just play your game, and she does a good job having a stable game plan, and that's what Solstice kind of fell back on in that second one.
Yeah, I like it. I think just slow and steady. Don't get overzealous. Don't swing in bad scenarios.
Wow. That was a wild clash. Oh, we got the corner. Ooh, trying to bait him into reaching. Romolla, though. Oh, beautiful. I just like the way she backs up, takes that space, ready with a 6p in case you want to dash out, and I lured him into a false sense of security. All right.
Yeah, I think that was like, maybe she was trying to hit confirm, and then it was the IB instead of the hit. You know, you see the IB and you're like, oh, it hit, and it's actually just a different thing entirely.
All right, putting the stain on him again.
Yeah, I mean, Stain is so good. It makes Arbiter Sign plus, but also if you get hit by it, you get knocked down into full charge, Grave Reaper into setup, and it's like, oh my god, what's happening? And also, it makes every move this character has a launcher, so you get a full juggle off any light.
Yeah, any random hit, my goodness, bro, that health bar deleted, especially with the double beam at the end. Doesn't get anything off the 2S. Romolla, though. Oh, BRC's dead. No conversion there. The Crow cuts her off on the dash, but right into the waiting arms.
Yeah, I feel like that was a button we saw just get thrown there too.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
Another thing that's a bit of a heartbreaker in fighting games.
Yeah, you see a lot of these times where counter hit, where far slash hits, and then on counter hit you can do Arbiter Sign instead of just throwing the Fireball and get the knockdown off of it. That's really good, and especially you can just OS it. So you just do far slash, and then you input Fireball and you input Arbiter Sign, and if it counter hits, you get it, and if it doesn't counter hit, you throw a Fireball.
Oh, the clashes. Solstice staying true with the 2K though. You don't see to cover that pressure. My goodness, another button thrown. The backdash in the corner, avoiding the falling button. That was ridiculous.
That was also smart of Solstice not to burst there, because Deb loves doing that. 2K 2D into, RC to bait the burst is something that we see a ton. Ram's Rekka recovery is hilarious, as we see right there. Solstice cleans it up. It's so fast. If she whiffs Rekka, it's really not your prerogative to try to swing.
Yeah, unfortunate right there, right? And Romolla, the burst thing. And it was one of those real unfortunate sequences or scenarios where, like, you're going to die anyway, and then, like, you bursted too far and too slow to actually, like, recover in time to block after the whiff.
Yeah. It's a rough spot. It's hard to escape that, I think, in that scenario. And it's like, the scenario right before is like a weird scramble to try to take advantage of too, so not surprising. Early burst we see again, and I like the Arbiter Signs after burst too. Good way to just keep your opponent from immediately dashing up and trying to do something.
Ooh, all too far for the follow-up. 6P on the challenge. Solstice feel a little froggy on the ground, perhaps with the lead.
I like a little bit more challenge since it's been working out. Oh man, second counter hit we've seen in a row where there's just a little too much distance for 2H to combo.
Yeah. And I like the 2S adjustment from Romolla as well, right? Seeing the 6P come out, but Solstice gets sunned out with the jump P. Respecting the sword here, the Stain giving him the plus frames.
And yeah, that 6P becomes like really the god button when Stain is on you too. Oh, it didn't combo. Oh, this is huge. Oh, not a second Arbiter though.
Yeah.
Fireball's still there. The succubus jumps the Arbiter. Oh my god.
The fireball just like disappeared right after the RC when Romolla clutching it out.
It barely dissipated too, which would have been such a big deal if that fireball had hit on the way down.
I was like, what? Looked like she legit hit it out of the air.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, 6P long distance. Oh, Romolla gotta weather the storm now. Ramlethal running the corner. Got the yellow tops for sale. Orange tops, excuse me, with the costume.
Yeah, I like actually too that, oh, look at this knockdown too. That's so good. Getting that Stain hit on Arbiter from far away gives you so much screen real estate.
Oh my goodness, the jump sword special, bro. PRC to stay safe, just blocking it out, but gets counter hit anyway. Drag to the corner, rolling up. Romolla back to the wall, but poking out after that execution error.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be sword toss, and Solstice just got close slash 6H instead of close slash into sword. Oh, wow, hero burst. Uh-oh.
Wow, what a contest. Oh, and a 6P right before they landed, but Solstice, hero bursting right back.
Yeah, that's actually, oh, it hit. Wow, it reached 2K2D out of nowhere. Ties up the set, but close slash into 2H is actually burst safe, especially in the last patch. It was like almost always burst safe on airborne hit, and the burst barely reached on that 2H, which is why I think that was the combo route that Romolla went for, because she was like, oh, this is burst safe, and then the burst hit, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, that's a tilter too. That's a testament to her for holding on to that round, honestly. Go for an option that's supposed to specifically prevent the option that your opponent win with, and it works anyway. It's tough to come back from sometimes. When Romolla gonna use an early burst here, doesn't want to surrender too much momentum to Solstice. Solstice to landing back on the Arbiter. You don't want to do that, fam.
Yeah, it's funny too because I feel like we've seen like the early scramble go to Solstice, and then you know, force an early burst almost every interaction in the start of these rounds. And yeah, a little bit of matchup knowledge maybe that Solstice doesn't know about that air dash string that we saw. You can actually walk under it in the corner. Do a little Dragon Ball Fighters walk under it so that it just crosses you up.
PRC keeping it safe. Yeah, but the crow on top. Oh, and that's what happens. Yeah, you talked about it at the very beginning, right? The Arbiter catching you flinch it, especially with Stained on you afterwards. A little bit of bonus to it.
Nice little pickup. This pressure looks great. I mean, I think Solstice has won most of the beginning round interactions so far.
Yeah, I feel this is a familiar place, being in this corner with Romolla having to fight her way out.
Oh, backdash gets clipped. Last round between these two, just like that.
The activity on the close S. And going nowhere. Onto a final round here, Solstice. Yeah, wants to be careful about how they approach, showing a lot of respect in the normal range of Testament.
I'm surprised 6H actually whiffed there. Ooh, no challenge on Rekka 1 there, and then Solstice was able to stagger because of it. That's a big hit. Burst doesn't hit!
Oh, no! Disaster, especially with that super. Are they dead? No, okay.
Yeah, it was so close, though. This is still such a bad spot. I'm surprised that burst didn't actually hit. Defense looks good, but this is help me, please. My meter is just gone. Oh, missed it. It's a big chance, but still so hard. Yeah. Oh, nice. That was sick from Solstice.
Very smart. Dragging her all the way down to the ground and then utilizing the tap dust as soon as you get there. It's just a human fighting game nature to down back as soon as you land like that. So well done with the dust to close it out. And Solstice going to be a winner's finals.
Yeah, really well played too. I think especially on that 5D. Again, I think Solstice did such a good job of winning those initial like kind of round start interactions consistently. And I think a lot of it was like he kind of just waited and was like, all right, let's see what's going to happen here, and then I'll make the best of that scenario. And he did such a good job of doing that very, very, very consistently. And if Romolla didn't have burst, it was like, well, this is the round, you know, really converting those round winning scenarios into our early round winning scenarios into a round one very quickly. And that is like a really important factor in this game.
Yeah, that's what we saw. Kind of that was the tail of the tape in that very last game, right? We saw Romolla. The one round she won in that final game was the one where she really got the momentum as soon as the game started. So it was very important. And just in general with that matchup, it seemed like to me. So big ups to Solstice. Going to be moving on. Well, I believe this is our next match. Going to be SQ versus K7.
Yeah, this is our losers bracket. Yeah. We'll get that title updated. Oh, we went the wrong way. It's us instead of them. There we go.
Special exhibition.
Yeah. This is our losers quarters for everybody wondering at home. We'll get that updated for you. If you're keeping track, there's also a bracket. I'm sure there's an exclamation point bracket command in chat. I don't know that, but like, you know, it probably is.
I assume so. Oh, committed to the string. SQ not expecting him to do so, but he had that 50% tension, and you know, everybody gets caught flinching on a close S every now and then.
Yeah, I always just assume that string is not going to get finished, and if they have bar, it hits me every time. I'm just like, what kind of witchcraft is this?
How could you come to such a conclusion? Oh, no. Trying to reach and getting 2S for the trouble. That's a lot of damage. SQ roaring back. Don't get bullied by the vampire.
That smelled to me like a throw that got turned into a 2D. That's what it looks like to me, but I might be wrong.
Either way, as long as it pays off in the end. Oh, that guard bar getting risk.
Nice. Look at the side swap on this.
Both swords on top of him. Oh, caught him flinching at the last moment. And pick up her swords, though. Oh, went with the super betting big. Oh, right back at you, but it's not enough to kill the chonky boy.
Wow, what a 2S, too. I'm impressed by K7 right there. Oh, my.
That was spooky times for sure. Oh, never mind. Deleting the full screen.
Yeah, it's also unfortunate because, I mean, Beyblade just whiffed there, and that might have been a pop anyway, so.
Oh, true.
That kind of needed to hit for K7 to get the round.
Big bets. That's what K7 likes to do on this character. Woo, 6P is another one. Judo chop to the back of the neck.
Yeah, I mean, he just has so much health, you know, so, like, it's kind of okay. What in the...
You know, sometimes your burst just drag the opponent to the corner.
You know, all right. We'll take it. I have no idea how she ended up there, but...
Definitely some new character privilege.
Daisuke's musical finger just reached through the ether.
It's like, no, I need Nagoriyuki. He's the new character. Provide him a little bit of buff, but nothing, no buffs can let you survive that super, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it does approximately 1 million damage.
It's a bit close. Give or take a few 100,000 damage.
Yeah, it hurts. Every time you get hit by it, you're like, oh my god.
But yeah, I like the point that you bring up with Nagoriyuki and just how much effective health he has, right? He's like so chonky, highest health character in the game. A lot of time that lets players play a little bit more risky. That feeds into the style that you see that the Nagoriyukis kind of get stigmatized for.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why not? You have so much life to take risks with, right? So it's funny. It's very beneficial.
Nagoriyuki is the one character I feel the damage nerf from Zato in.
Yeah,
like everybody else still dies pretty quick, but man, Nago, I feel like I gotta hit him an extra 2 times. Oh, got clipped. Yeah, the Shizu is a gigantic damage starter right there. So SQ trying to hold on to this and gets a huge side switch off that. Bust the wall with the frame advantage as well.
Yeah,
double up on the 2S.
I think it's time for a little positive bonus pressure against Ram. It's so scary. I like K7 trying to bait something there.
SQ builds up, and you already know 2 beams and 1 heart off the board.
Didn't even need the last hit either. That's the best part. It did so much even before that.
The 2S coming off the Beyblade's legs.
Nice. I like that 2S round start too. It's an interesting idea. It's a little better in this version too because it's 10 frames now.
This felt like K7 trying to shimmy her out her non-existent shoes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is so rough too. K7 with no burst here. Nice. That 6P timing was perfect though.
Man, SQ though. This thing is so aggressive afterwards. When the press button's nice that early when a tech from K7 had the RC to follow it up as well, so that was probably death. Oh no, reaching a little bit too much this time. Quick super to clean it up.
Yeah, and another thing too is I feel like SQ's approach to fighting Nago has always been pretty successful actually. I feel like compared to a lot of other Ram players who maybe don't always like the matchup, her ability to kind of get the job done against this character I think is usually pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely, Ram. I think she's got some tools, and we talked earlier about how when Nago's in high blood, I think she can present even more of a problem than a lot of other characters, given her range and her dash ability and whatnot. And even like sword toss, because he's such a big body and his jump's not that good, can definitely just cause problems in the neutral.
Yeah, when you have to like fight to escape sword pressure, like you can't move to escape it. You have to like throw hands. It's definitely pretty rough.
Yeah, right now K7, you can see he's been pretty good about some of this micro movement, but just as I say that, he walks back and into the Rekka.
Combos on counter hit. Thank you for the buff. Oh, missed a close slash.
Oh my goodness, bruh.
Help me.
I feel for you, K7. I feel for you,
they
dog.
They said this was intentional. They're like, yeah, this is fine.
This is what the character's supposed to do. Functioning properly out here. No clones necessary, ice or otherwise.
Oh, good block.
Blocks the overhead. Double chop. That's that Nago player disease. You can't press the button one time if it whiffs. You have to press it again.
Why do they hit 2S 18 times? I don't really understand where that seems unnecessary. Like, I feel for their poor hand.
I'm telling you, the moment they pick Nagoriyuki, it's just something that like hacks into their DNA.
Yeah, they're like, I have Nihon Steel, and then they just mash 2S 8 times. I'm like, okay.
Forged by Hattori Hanzo himself. Oh, the tap dust this time showing him some of that Nihon Steel. Look at that.
You see? Yeah, I mean, had to be done.
Literally impossible not to. That's a challenge for you.
Oh, good call out on the Beyblade. Oh, that's good. That'll do it.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's
real
good old-fashioned stuff. Take me a sip of that.
Reversal super. And K7 fighting back. You gotta do it sometimes as Nago. I see Otashi do that shit like every time. Does it every chance he gets.
Yeah. Oh. He does a lot. he does a lot of reversal super.
Oh no, once again though, eating this massive damage. I don't care if you got the most health in the game. Hold this, bro. Getting chonked. Now we're back in the corner again. Oh no.
That's so
You're
bad.
just a dope boy, bruh. SQ runs the block. You report to her.
The swords. Oh no.
You got a chance? Moving on up. Who's gonna be top boy now? Oh. Scurry. In the quick RC. Cranking that wrist. We got the exclamation point help, and that's why we got to burst out because she was dead.
Oh my god, that was so scary.
I thought he got whiff punished for sure.
Oh, it didn't reach. They said they buffed it. Oh my god.
Double up on the 2S. They always do it, but it wasn't enough to kill. Oh my god, K7.
They lied. Well, they didn't lie. They did make it better, but 2K2D whiffed again. All Ram players, like, it hits me every time. And then the one time it doesn't reach, they're like, see? See? See?
See? This character needs buffs and more range.
It doesn't work. I'm like, it hit me 500 times. It missed one time, but the one time can matter, like right there.
Oh, man. Yeah, extremely important at that last moment. And what a way to end it, man. Double 2S with Beyblade.
The worst is when they whiff 2S or 5K and then they Beyblade anyway, and you know it was supposed to be a buffer, but they just missed.
Yeah.
And then the Beyblade hits you, and then they're like, "This character's very technical. I have to manage my blood. You know, I was really important." That I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to hear it.
Oh man,
It's so hard. He's a one-shot character. I got no dash.
I can't move.
I can't move.
What am I supposed to do? My jump sucks. No double jump.
Oh my god, no.
Here we go. K7. He is going to was it UA Ultra Academy?
Yeah. I gotta know what the plan is here.
Right here, bro. He's getting taught by Azawa Sensei, bro.
Oh, that's a lot of blood. Not gonna pop. Oh, that sucks. The backdash gets smoked by the sword toss. Mid-screen sword toss?
And that's something he was expecting, clearly. Now, Nagos do be addicted to the backdash, though.
Yeah. When your backdash is that good, you know, I understand.
Yeah, I can't blame him. He's Q once again. Roaring start. Oh, a walk up. Just those slight frames of walk up.
Oh my god. I think she actually might have
clean,
blocked.
right?
Yeah, that looks great. Punish. Oh my god.
Like
Right into
that punish.
super. Oh, I was like, damn, that's gonna kill. No way.
I liked the punish at first, and then I didn't because I was like, is that actually gonna kill? But since it did, I like it a lot.
Yeah. The scary thing too is that super, maybe its only downside is it builds your opponent a lot of burst. They hit so many times, so like he actually did build burst back in the middle of getting hit by Calvados, but he died, so didn't really matter.
Most definitely. So man, SQ on that one. Solstice and our Ramlethal, that's the one in winners bracket side, but SQ staying alive in the losers bracket. Shout outs to K7, of course. Big ups to Razzo as well, who relinquished their spot to K7 in the top 8 in the first place.
How nice of Razzo. Razzo was like, hey, there's a storm rolling in. Why don't you just play? And like the nice thing is, yeah, like K7 got 5th here, which means got some money, right? Like if Razzo had to DQ and then just DQ'd out to 7th, then K7 wouldn't have had a chance A to play in the bracket, but also B to make some money for being in top 8, which is really cool.
Yeah, you mentioned the prize pot. It's 800 across both coasts, so 400 each.
Yeah.
First place getting a big $200 prize. So that's indeed big ups to CLG running Thursdays coming through.
Yeah, so we got our match here. So it's going to be Romolla versus Remi. So the rest of our top 4, we have Happy Chaos, Ram, and then the other character will either be Axel or Testament, right? So pretty interesting.
Most definitely. Characters that are a little bit underrepresented, but it got plenty of skills, especially with the characters or the players that are representing them right now. Romolla and Remi, 2 of the best in the business on these joints.
You see that 5P punish on Arbiter Sign without stain. This is an interesting match because unlike a lot of matchups, Testament actually has to do quite a bit of chasing, right? Like most characters can't really play this style against Testament, and Testament sort of needs to move and approach. But luckily the teleport becomes a great offensive tool in this matchup. Oh, that'll do it.
Gotcha, yeah. Axel Bomber follow-ups all day, every day. And that's what I was going to inquire about, actually, was does Axel give Testament a little bit more of an annoying time than a lot of characters?
Yeah, I think it's a bit pesky because, like, you know, stuff like 2H and 5P are better at interrupting like button into Fireball or button into Crow more than almost what any other character has, right? Like it's really useful for far range to contest Crow cancels and things like that. So you have to be a little bit more tricky with what you're doing in neutral and utilize the teleport kind of effectively, I think, as a trick to lock them down.
So I think given that, I think it's kind of no surprise that Remi ended up taking the first game, right? It's going to take Romolla kind of adjusting her usual game plan to try to thwart some of the stuff that Axel has answers to that other characters don't.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, a matchup where you got to go. Like, you got stuff to do. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get in there and make it happen.
You got to be the aggressive one.
Yeah, like right there. So after the Fireball, you saw Romolla had the backdash and then do Crow, right?
Yes.
Because raw Crow there just loses the Axel button, which means you have to give up space to try to do the thing that against most characters you just do.
Ah, I see. And then you're giving up space. And then, like, as you mentioned, it's a delicate balance in this matchup where you got to end up getting close. And Remi converted off the big counter hit. Definitely looking tough so far.
Yeah, counter hit the startup of the teleport there from Testament, so.
Yeah, we see Romolla go to that a couple of times to try to escape the corner, right? It's a prime time to do so, but got sniped. Now Remi again just setting up shop, utilizing a whole lot of jump S, has hit Romolla a couple of times looking for a 6P counter.
Yeah, it can be hard to do, and oh, that 5P was perfect.
There's the 6P on the jump H this time. Yeah, taking that opportunity, get close, start the game up, hopefully, but again, just the side to the face. I like that switch up on the timing from Remi on that jump S as well, but Romolla has a chance. The burst is gone at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough road here. If you can get the corner, though, I mean, Testament's very scary. I think, oh, the low profile. How does it feel to get low profile by a 2K?
Oh, finally, a taste of his own medicine. Ridiculous button.
I love that 5P there instead of using like the normal 6P response. It's a little safer, a little bit better to go for. Oh, man, threads the needle.
I was gonna say the crow almost caught the sneakers, but just a little bit above it right there. And yeah, that jump S has been plaguing Romolla so far in this set.
It just lets you like threaten at a range where most characters cannot really attack very easily, and against Testament it's actually very important because most of the stuff they want to do, you know, is like fireball and crow and air fireball and like buttons, and all of that is not that strong against jump S naturally.
Yeah. So Romolla, 2 games of intel at this point. Maybe she's got a game plan. Some adjustments are going to be implemented here. See a lot of the crow, right? Trying to just straight up horizontal, keep Axel locked down in the corner.
Yeah, crow is nice because it catches people out of the air, and then when crow comes back, it also, the next time you throw it, it gets thrown more horizontal. It's like more chest level, so it can hit characters on the ground too. So doing it early is nice for that reason too.
Yeah. Seems like that's what Romolla has been trying to set up a couple of times. Right now, though, Remi finds himself at a life lead again, and man, this is real comfortable. A submeter to his name as well, just in case Romolla does find her way in, be able to shore up that or just confirm off the big 5K all day.
Yeah, watching the little flames come out like the Hot Wheels just flying in there just cracks me up. Set point for Remi, looking great in this matchup.
Definitely looking on point as hell. Romolla, oh, just once again caught out of the starter above her moves twice in a row.
Oh no, looks like a miss there. And this is big. Has the corner, plus on block off the rainwater.
Ooh, finally a 6P coming in the clutch. Yeah, that time Remi showing some respect to it again. Oh, that's what we talked about. When Remi has the meter available, it's still so tough. Even when you bet on a good instant air dash timing, you still get stuffed.
Yeah, I also really like that, you know, Remi just went for the combo, didn't even try to bait the burst. I think it's really smart to just take your damage, right? If they're going to try to like hold on to the burst, but look at this bad spot to be. Chipp will do it, Jump P will do it. Very well played there from Remi. Gets the job done. Moving on to our top 4.
Most definitely, man. And Axel, just as a character, just the way he functions really makes Testament have to play differently. And it seems like a game plan that that they're clearly not as effective at as a character as what she usually can do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things where like chasing and like trying to like, you know, get in on the other character rather than just do the stuff you normally do in neutral is like so different than you have to do, right? So, and it's also just really pesky because you just want to throw fireball and then utilize your normal like rotation of options off of that, and it's just not that good in that kind of a matchup. It's just not the same as like so many of the other characters who struggle to deal with that. What we've seen so far with so many of the other matchups. So well played there. Romolla is out of the tournament in 5th place. CLG is a recent signing. Where's Apology Man? I wonder if Apology Man is actually in the West Coast bracket. I'll have to take a look if he's playing in it too, but that would be cool to see. This is a cool little format. I'm glad that she entered at the very last minute. She's like, I guess I'm going to play in this thing today, and then made it into top 8, which is cool to see.
Most definitely, man. I'm so happy to see Romolla going back into the competitive foray of things, right? Being picked up by CLG, obviously a great organization to back her in her own right. But man, like she is the last Evo Exert what is the Revelator? I can't even remember something like that. Exert Rev 2 champion, right? Like she has been a Guilty Gear monster for a long time in the competitive scene. So I'm glad to see her kind of go full back into the competitive environment. And I have no doubt that she will be a top 8 mainstay going forward.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, it's such a fun format. It's cool to watch and see everybody you know, play in the event and then do well and have a nice time and get to play a lot of matches. And that is really cool. Oh, yeah. Apology Man's in France for the Dragon Ball thing. I forgot he got summoned at the last second. Parlez-vous.
Yeah. Yeah, replacing Lord Fox.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
big ups to Apology Man. Good luck out there, fam. Representing CLG on the international level already. Look at that. What a signee, honestly. So we got Solstice and UMISHO coming up next, and it looks like we are checking in on the bracket because that is our winners finals. As you mentioned, top 4 is here. SQ and Remi Celeste on the other ends of things as well. I mean, 4 of the heaviest hitters when it comes to North American and Guilty Gear Strive. So no surprise when it comes to the ladder format, and you can really show your skills off as much as you want. We got these top 4 here to represent.
Yeah, it's a nice little bracket, and I see the West Coast bracket is already, you know, filling out. I see some of the usual suspects near the top of the West Coast bracket. People like Aaron, Red Ditto, Jonathan, Super Noon. I see Stealthy's up there. A lot of people are playing in that, so that's happening as we speak, and then that'll be right after we're done with this top 8.
Yeah, the Strive players, they be fiends, man. They're playing all the time. Whatever tournament it is, casuals, whatever. They're just always trying to get their games in. So it's great to see a format that embraces that. And as you mentioned, West Coast following this. But yeah, UMISHO versus Solstice winners finals. Let's get it cracking.
And the cool thing is there was like 160 players in the East Coast bracket. There's like, I think 80 or something to 100 in the West Coast bracket. That's a lot of other people to play with, you know, of all skill levels. So if you're interested in entering, I recommend it. 2 weeks from now, there'll be the next one. As UMISHO in the meantime is just
my god. Finna drill you.
Yeah, this is that was quite the shootout in the first round.
Oh yeah, that was a nasty tough too. Using a jump as fuzzy setup and jump 2K, just tap dancing on the dome. Oh my god, the jump as late that time.
Oh yeah, pressure's looking good so far. UMISHO just big chilling.
Oh, point blank, put a cap in that ass. Oh, 2K to God as well. Low profile in the button that you're trying to press. Mad quick, mad distance. Ex Machina for the kill. Oh, what?
Alrighty then, gamers.
Living on a prayer?
Zoning. Concentration almost, though. Ah, yeah. Had to jump, right? Because the clone is there, and then steady aim shot with Curse lines up so fast.
Curse still so good, man. Give me the aim assist.
It really is. You just plug in the controller. Like, you go from mouse and keyboard to controller gaming. You're like, hell yeah.
Snap to enemies enabled.
Couldn't miss if you tried. You're like, this is sick.
It's that Curse. That is definitely one of the priority win conditions for Happy Chaos, right? Something that you want to get on the opponent mad early and implement. Oh, it's such a good tool. Besides that as well, can bait burst and just in general moves him away, helps in the footsies game.
Nice break on that air throw, actually. You know, it wasn't good to initiate it, but the awareness of tech right there was really good from Solstice.
UMISHO surviving as well. Ooh, made their way out after the whipped far S. Somehow turned it into a wall break.
Yeah. But the nice thing here is that only a couple of bullets, so... And also no hard knockdown, so Solstice a lot of meter to work with here. Wow, the IB is... Help me, please! This is not normal. This is not normal. Somebody check UMISHO's computer.
My goodness, brother. IBs, the air throws. The lightning's coming out of their eyes right now.
Yeah, please. This is not normal.
Okay. Empty crossover low.
Oh, that's... oh, no concentration, though. Oh, it doesn't matter. Still got it back with 100 meter and the little leggy into the super.
Oh, man. You took me on a roller coaster right there. I was like, oh, they have a chance.
Yeah, yeah. That was the combo routing was too good. Please stop instant blocking the attacks in the video game. Can you, for a moment, allow the pushback to exist?
Delay block just one time, please.
Have you thought about just allowing Solstice to use attacks? That would be great.
Oh, man.
It's like the post that was like, why attack if they can just parry? Like, that's actually what's happening.
We're not addicted to IG around here, only IB.
My algorithm is all just, you know, instant block, no pushback. My algorithm.
I just pictured like the Instagram like search feed, and it's just pictures of instant blocking all over show. Instant blocking everything.
Instant blocking Rams, 2S, and 5H, and everything.
Like the Nagoriyuki S sequence, like instant blocked, like
Doom, doom, doom.
Eddie Drill instant blocked. Like
The last picture is just counter. You're like, yeah. Ooh, 2K 2D pickup looks good there for UMISHO. Has another game on the board real quick.
Yes, indeed. UMISHO in the driver's seat, looking to get in that pole position or grand finals winner side advantage. Familiar spot for Razor's own.
Yeah, looking excellent.
Yeah, UMISHO. I mean, definitely one of the players that is the biggest threats worldwide in the Guilty Gear Strive.
We saw a combo breaker, you know. Only person who could bring them down was Tempest, right? Tempest, who played fantastic that weekend. But I can't wait, especially too, because it was fun to watch combo breaker. It was fun to watch CEO. But Evo's coming up real soon, right? And that's going to be sick.
That's where we get the heaviest international competition we will have had to date in Guilty Gear Strive.
Oh my lord. Both legs.
Counter hit.
Offensive burst to keep the corner here for Umi. Okay, UMISHO's twerking. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
BRC even a slow down man. Speaking of twerking, trying to get real frisky, grind up all on Ramlethal. Solstice with the wall break here. Oh, nah, again, the aggression coming out and cut off at the pass. The super doesn't kill, though. As long as Happy Chaos is alive, he's got a chance. Oh, whoa, okay, well.
Kicked in the shins. The jump K hits so deep. I think UMISHO doing a little too much maybe there, right? Just feeling good because of the lead. Has instant blocked 900 attacks. It's like, yeah, this will be fine.
Yeah, it's a good spot to kind of switch up your strategy because of that lead, right? Like, even if you end up kind of falling like they did there, still in a commanding spot.
Out of concentration here, though. Yeah, had to be the curse cancel or gun flip or something like that clone.
Oh, we allergic to swords around here.
Ooh, far slash whiff. One shot. Man, that was like, how did that even hit? It was RNG that it was going to be a combo. Uh-oh. Mix up. Missed it,
help.
though.
Yeah, get the reload off the BRC slowdown. Ooh, the insta block. Yeah, actually presented a much scarier situation from Rapid Chaos. In the corner. Jumps out of the explosion, respecting the Ram Rekkas.
Yeah, and actually jumped twice and then didn't do anything after. Oh, nice. UMISHO holds on to the burst and then still gets the round.
That West Side gun mod. Oh, I thought that 2S was going to be there in time, but no, sir. And Souls doesn't get big counter hit. UMISHO not willing to surrender that momentum early, but oh, it's too far.
Ooh, this position's pretty bad. Nice block on the tap dust. A little too far, but then the gun.
It hurts so bad. You FD, you make the standing dust whiff, and then he just covers it with a gunshot.
Yeah, a little hip fire action. Well played. Uh-oh, help me. Help me, please.
Oh my goodness, the clip, there's too many bullets in it. Burst baited and punished. 3-0 UMISHO in that grand finals winner's side.
They are simply too powerful. Like, that was just
too good.
The dash cancels, the car gun flips, the pressure, it's too good. Too much happening right there. Solstice gets sent down. And we'll play the winner of SQ versus Remi, which will be our next matchup. And that one's going to be interesting because I think that matchup, a lot of Axel players think is pretty rough, right? I think a lot of people don't always love that matchup. So we'll see if Remi can weather the storm.
Yeah, pretty dog. Pretty dog, you would describe it as. I understand that, right? A lot of the times I definitely see the Axels getting rushed down and getting abused, overwhelmed by the Ramlethals. So we'll see. I mean, maybe you can get some magic 2Ks here and there, 5 frames, low profile, but that's really the thing that Ram's going to be most concerned with, right? Because I feel like that is probably Axel's best answer in a lot of situations. So because of that SQ, going to be well aware it's going to be tough to crack her open.
Yeah, most definitely. And that'll be our top 3 of the tournament. And then we'll get into our, losers semis, losers finals, grands after that. Hopefully everybody's been enjoying all the action. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this East Coast tournament and get right back into the West Coast. We'll see everybody then. What up, everybody? Welcome back to Running Thursdays. Hopefully, you've been enjoying all the action so far. We are almost wrapped up with our East Coast tournament. So the West Coast tournament's going to be after this. We're in top 4. We've got quite the gang of gamers left in here. A lot of powerful forces left to do some gaming in this. And then afterwards, we'll jump over into the West Coast one, which I think is wrapping up all the matches and stuff pretty soon here.
Yeah, I believe the top 8 is going to get finalized around that 8 o'clock approaching time, right? So I think the players are getting in their last sets of matches right now before we finalize that bracket, of course. If you're just tuning in late to our East Coast bracket, we actually had a tiebreaker today, which I don't think happened last week for Street Fighter 5, where Razzo and K7 actually ended up having the exact same record, even all the way through the matches, and had to play a best of 1 to actually get into the top 8, which Razzo won and then immediately relinquished because a storm was in their area and could have potentially dropped out of the tournament.
Yeah, they were like, I actually cannot do this. And everybody's like, hey, all right, well, fair enough. K7 gets back in, got 5th place in the tournament, which is cool to see. There's top 8 payout for both brackets as well, which is really cool as well for everybody involved. So if you're in this, you can get a chance to enter and win. Every other week is rotating. So like next week is Street Fighter. The next week after is back to Strive, which is really cool. And I would encourage anybody to enter, whether you're like, you think you're going to win the whole thing or you just want to get some sets in. It allows you to play like 20 tournament sets in one day or something, right? Which is bonkers. Like you can just play so many matches. So if you're looking for some experience in a tournament environment, I think it's awesome, whether you're brand new or you're a really experienced player.
Yeah, you get so many more matches compared to your average tournament, right? A lot of the time, you might have an off day and you end up going 0-2 or 1-2, even 2-2. You only get to play 4 sets. In this tournament, no matter what your record is, you could lose all your matches and you could still play upwards of 10 to 20, even beyond that sets. We saw Remi Celeste play 20 sets to get into this, so
yeah,
you could definitely get a lot of tournament experience, and it's all in that tournament environment, right? Every win and loss matters. It's not the same as playing online ranked matches or casual matches. Like it's actually a tournament environment that you get to practice in.
Right. And there's like 90 people or something in the West Coast bracket to give you an idea. And there was like 170 or something, 160 for the East Coast. So, I mean, there's a ton of people, and not all of them are going to be super high level players that are like, trying to win Evo or anything. A lot of them are just here to game and have some fun and like try to get some matches in. So you might even find some people who are like, hey, we had some good matches. Do you like want to play again sometime? And you can find some people near your skill level, which is cool. It's a really nice feeling, I think, when you can play in a tournament. It doesn't always have to be like the highest stakes ever on every single set. It can just be some fun sets for you to get in and play some games.
And sow your wild oats, as you said. You can find new people to play with, and that's a good spot to be in, because you guys have at least that mutual ground of like obviously playing the fighting game, but also like having that knowledge of tournaments, and whether even in not you take them seriously or not, that you're aware of them and kind of like want to be in that environment a little bit. Is just shared ground that you can kind of find a common bond with people about.
Yeah, exactly. And it's impressive too, because a lot of our players are really busy playing a lot of events at the same time, which is what's happening currently. We're waiting for one of our players to get done with another match that's going on right now, so we've just got some time here for a second. But everybody is, I think, really interested in this format. I saw a lot of people really happy with the format for last week's Street Fighter events, and the same thing here, right? Like a lot of people, I think, like the format because it gives you a chance to just play with a lot of different players who are from all over the place, and it just gives you a lot of games. Like I said, I think I looked earlier at some Evo bracket, and like if you go to losers round like 1 at Evo and like a huge bracket, you have to play like 20 sets to make it to top 8 or something. It's like the same thing here, where you can just play 20 sets for free. Like you don't have to worry about going and flying out to Evo and doing all this stuff. You can just play all the matches you want.
Most definitely. So I definitely encourage everybody to take advantage of it. Obviously, it's a little bit too late this week for the East Coast bracket. If you want to get in the West Coast ladder, you could probably get like 2 sets in. You ain't going to make top 8, but you can get some matches in before it closes down for sure. But I know that we have some replays on deck as well via the fine folks over at the CLG production staff. We can kind of take a look at right now, get some gameplay on the screen while we chop it up. This was, of course, our last match was that UMISHO winners final set up against Solstice. Man's getting shot as per usual.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the beast in this matchup. You know what I mean? You're just like, please help me. I would like to escape. I just want to get out.
Yeah, so everybody is going to be aiming for UMISHO, right? They're going to be in winner's side grand finals and be battling it out to get there. And I mean, just the way they've adjusted on this character post-patch has been a beautiful thing, right? When we see Lost Soul and the way they played the character before this patch, they also already kind of played Happy Chaos in this way, right? Where he wanted to
Right.
get in your face and mix you up and play that CQC style. So it was no surprise to see how much success he continued to have in this version of the game. UMISHO was the player that was really abusing the long range block string strats and just kind of guard crushing you to death and making your life miserable. So it's dope to see just how quickly they've adjusted their style to Happy Chaos and how they're not stubborn and don't carry that baggage from the old version of the character and like want to force that long range style, you know?
Yeah, because like if that style is not, useful anymore, if it's not as effective, then like I think it's totally okay for you to just switch it up and go for something new. And for a lot of people, it's easy to just get stuck playing in a style and being like, well, this is what I want to do with this character. Or it's more like, this is what I want the character to do, rather than like, what is the character capable of doing? Like, what's the best, most, optimal way to play the character now? And I think that's what UMISHO is all about,
Yeah, I think that's a like something that happens a lot with patches and also from game to game when it comes to franchises, right? Like people love wanting to play their character like the last iteration of the game of that character. It's something that I think plagues a lot of veteran players, and I think that's something that really newer players, they don't have that baggage, right? They can kind of form their whole style and their game plan with the character or with the game around the strengths and weaknesses of that particular game. They don't have anything that they bring into it that they wish worked this way and are stubborn about it. So it's a cool clash to see and like kind of something that lends the new players an advantage over the experienced ones.
That's the classic of like, I wish my character did this, so I'm gonna play the game like my character is supposed to play this way, and it's like that's not quite right.
Well, it's not effective.
Yeah, you got to do what's actually good instead of doing what you wish was good,
Mm-hmm. One day I'll get Shadow Gallery back, and then I can just random Shadow Gallery people. One day.
He doesn't need it. In this game.
Yeah, just because you could like in the last game you could zoom, right, if you YRC'd it at a specific time, but you just got drift in this game, so you could just do it anyway. You could do it every time.
Yeah. Zato in this game is pretty. They heard Ogawa's pleas. They were like, all right.
You've suffered long enough.
Yeah, and then he just left anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ogawa. I think he still plays a little bit, but he doesn't seem to enter anything.
Yeah, he's like a lizard person to me. Like you never know with him. Like, you know what I mean? It's truly beyond my mortal understanding.
He's an alien when it comes to just how he, I think, lives. Like I don't know, just the way he interacts with everything. I'm always just like, Ogawa is a one of a kind human, if he is human.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The jury's still out.
Yeah, most definitely. But of course, we got a bunch of Zato players, right, waving the flag. Most prominently, probably Latif right now, right? And we got the big Latif versus Hotashi set finally going down. First day, or I shouldn't say first day of Evo, the first day before Evo, the Thursday over at the Sodium Suites. Oh, that was the other question I was going to ask you. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Who you got?
That is a good question. Latif made a tweet today where he was like saying, Strive is the only game I have to worry about people mashing supers in my block string. And for that tweet alone, I kind of need Hotashi to win.
For that tweet, because you want to elaborate on why you say for that tweet alone?
I should just go find somebody mashing Ultra on him in Street Fighter 4 like 10 years ago.
Make sure. Yeah. I was like, he played Street Fighter 4. People woke up Ultra in that game, but whatever you say, fam.
Yeah. Like, how many times did we see Viper Ultra randomly in Street Fighter 4 into like just some nasty burn kick into winning the round? Like,
Most definitely. So not only did he do that, right, but also right before this stream, I was in Jonathan's chat, right? He was streaming his West Coast ladder run, and Latif hosted him. And I guess Latif was ultra down bad about the Nago matchup today. He was like real stressed out about it. He was mashing. Legitimately, he took up the full window of the chat on Jonathan's chat, just mashing on the keys. Like he was like, I want to break. So he said, I want to break my PC.
Oh my God.
That's a little concerning, right? Going into it, considering that's how Nagoriyuki's making him feel right now. In addition to that tweet. However, go ahead.
I was gonna say the thing is, Hotashi is like, he plays like a jackass. So
yes.
If you get mad at some random online Nago player, like that's what Hotashi is. Like he's the he is like the shining example of like the
Yes.
guy making the envelope on the joystick and hitting H with Nago and killing you. Like that, he is the primordial online Nago. That's where they learn it from. Like they go drink from the fountain of Hotashi's Nago, and then they're just like, I've been cleansed. I now know how to do this. And then they just spin the stick and hit H, and then you're just like, man, this guy's good.
All dressed in their vampire cosplay, looking like the gods under the freeway, dancing right there. Be blessed by Lord Hotashi. Yeah,
so
that's
like,
something I'm concerned about for sure.
Yeah, Latif's gonna be in like, he's gonna be like trying to maneuver Eddie for like some sick set, and then this guy Hotashi's gonna wake up close slash and it's over. Like his brain's gonna go burr, and Latif's gonna throw his stick through the window of his hotel room at Mandalay Bay.
Oh man. See, yeah, when I thought about it, I figured that Hotashi was gonna get an early lead, and then Latif was gonna go Super Saiyan and bring it back. I have it very close, but there's a huge possibility that if Hotashi gets an early lead, like it could all fall apart because of the tilt factor.
I think it's a really hard match to say who's gonna win, because it really depends on how loosey goosey Hotashi gets. Like the more loosey goosey he gets, the better it can be, or the worse it can be. You know, if Latif can just like horse blinder and just not pay attention and think about that, like, because Hotashi's gonna just walk up to you, wait 80 frames, and then be like, ha, and like if that hits you, like it's over. Like you're just like, oh my god.
So that's something that we're gonna be looking forward to most definitely. That's going down the week of Evo, and then of course Evo weekend. Gonna be the first real taste of international competition. We got a little bit of it at Combo Breaker. Shout outs to Zondo making top 8, of course. But we got all the regions coming together, right? I know some heavy hitters from Japan are making it. I don't think Gobo's going. But there's definitely going to be some mainstays. I know Daru's going to be showing up, representing the Asia region. Obviously, EU is going to be coming out heavy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I think, actually.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Daru. I hope more of Korea comes, because Korea is very, very dope in this game. And they've been holding like tournaments in the country. And just a lot of dope players have been showing out since the beginning. Dark Necro and the like.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I'm like really interested in who actually comes out to Evo from other regions, because honestly, I have no idea. Like a lot of people sign up or like talk about signing up, but then who knows who actually shows up, right? Like I think for CEO, both Latif and Leffen like were signed up, and I was like, this is gonna be sick. And then like neither of them could make it, you know. So it's just the nature of the beast sometimes with how the world is, and like you know, being concerned about cases, and then also like visa issues and traveling around. It's like a whole conundrum.
I don't blame anyone for not even trying to interact with airports right now. You feel me? Like you get your flight canceled left and right. Like I completely understand being like, I'm not putting myself through that. I don't need to put my mental health through dealing with the airport and potentially getting my flight canceled, or getting there a day late and going to my pool on no sleep, or missing my pool entirely. I totally understand.
You know, it's especially funny too, because like imagine spending thousands of dollars on your flights, and then there's just like no staff for your flight. And then they're just like, hey, we'll give you a voucher for $400 and a hotel night. You're like, I'm gonna miss my pool. Like it doesn't matter to me.
Like I'm going for a specific event that is scheduled. Like it's not about the money, it's not about that, it's about my time. And we are not wasting any more time here. SQ and Remi Celeste, loser semifinals, getting back into it again. We're at top 3 action. Already waiting in that winner side is UMISHO, and losers finals is Solstice.
Yeah, SQ was Dragon Knighting it up, and now she's back and ready to go.
Dragon Knighting is a great character for her, by the way, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. I like that she plays the green color also.
Yeah, GA for life, brother.
Help me, please.
Nope. No help to be found here. Nobody lending any aid. Can't call an assist. Go to a versus game.
I need backup.
Sorry. He man needs Hager.
Yeah. Hager assist with Axel would be sick. Imagine him mashing 2K low profile with Hager assist.
Oh my god.
Just like
the ultimate defense.
Yeah, you're just like, dude, just give me Ami assist, Gold Lewis. It's over. I'm so ready.
Oh no.
I'm just twerking with it. I'm gonna call drone, call Ami assist, and then start swinging the coffin.
I think my most preferred assist for Zato would probably be missiles.
Yeah,
or
I mean, missile, why not? Break the law of missiles.
Yeah.
Summon Eddie on the other side. Like, you're just living your life.
Oh man. Oh. Oh, SQ trying to take that heart away. Caught Remi reach him, but not too much damage from that conversion.
How?
Oh, God.
What the walk under from Remi? That was sick.
Man's definitely got his Dragon Ball on right there.
That was a real big, like, Wally walk under energy. Like, just swerved under there. I was like, I'm out. That's like a really strong thing to do. All jokes aside, if someone air dashes at you or jumps at you in the corner, like walking under like that is very, very good.
Yeah, one of the best options you could possibly pull out.
If you're a Dragon Ball player, you've definitely done it once or twice.
Yeah. Push up to the corner again. This time a back in for his life. Remi though. Got some breathing room because of a great bait out from SQ. I love that air movement.
Yeah. I mean, in that situation too, like Remi was kind of, you know, trying to use these empty jumps and use this movement to get around. Oh god, the trade. And then I think the movement from Remi looked great. That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both of these players are playing the matchup well, though, for sure. As you mentioned, Remi has managed to put himself in a lot of spaces that Axel can fight Ram pretty decently, right? He hasn't been too much at the struggle spots, which is obviously where you want to avoid in this matchup. But yeah, SQ just answering back in a similar fashion, honestly.
Yeah,
20 sets.
Yeah.
I didn't notice they changed his name to 20 sets.
Remi's a gamer. Like, imagine, how could you even make it this? I'm so impressed that Remi's in top 4 after playing all those matches. Like, that's incredible. No way Remi does it again.
Oh, double instant block, but man, SQ still ready. Oh, she got a little bit too frisky right there, trying to run to her sword.
Double jump H into jump D is like so, it gets you so many times because you just forget that it's a thing that you could
do. Yeah, exactly. Don't find yourself in that spot too often, right? So something can catch you sleeping a little bit easily. Ooh, doesn't get the wall splat here, but still a throw or a strike away from death.
Yeah, this is a pretty rough spot. All right, spinning some of that bar. You can run all the way to the corner here. Oh, little pickup into the snail. Looks good.
Just the amount of damage Remi needed. Oh yeah, I love the respect being shown both sides. Oh no, no respect there though. The 6P answers the jump age. Nice tick throw. Oh no, bully.
I like the little dash block attempt from Remi, but man, we're not making a lot of progress here.
Oh, trying to beat it out, Remi. He found the owl, but couldn't find the true escape. Still couldn't get away from Ram.
Yeah. It's pretty rough, I think, too, because you spend so much bar and risk to try to escape in those scenarios, and then Ram just, like, is not that far behind you. She's a horror movie character.
She is. I had the Halloween theme. Oh, no. Okay.
Lost the sword, though.
Big. Remi, you can tell pushing his advantage right now. Sword back, SQ can threaten with the super.
All right, a little spinny do.
Full cranked on the wrist though. Oh, that's when you gotta be most aware of the dust. I like the wait on the commitment before the burst.
Oh my.
Ah.
She hit the dash button and then put that on cruise control. She's like, all right. I'm out of here. I'm going to wake me up when we're near our destination. I was like, oh, my Lord.
That was regular old lead foot from SQ right there.
Yeah.
Putting the pedal to the metal.
Kelly Leadfoot Squirrel. Put that in the stream title.
The Nos, brother. Wow. Yeah, and she is a fast whip, that Ramlethal, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. She's sporty. That's what people say, right? A little sporty little car.
Yeah.
I've never understood what that meant. When people say that, they're like, it's a sporty little car. I'm like, does that mean it goes? Like, it moves forward? Like, I don't know what that means.
When I was looking into renting a car for CEO, and that was a category, sporty.
Yeah, you want a sporty little car? Like, does sporty mean, like, it moves, like, forward? I assume so, right? All right.
It's like an athlete. It's quick.
Yeah, you get a Cadillac. It's sporty. Like, all right.
It's like,
A sporty little Cadillac.
Oh, landed. I thought the 6P had a chance at hitting her out the sky, but no. Great conversion from SQ as well. We got set up shop.
Yeah.
Oh, the frame trap.
Oh, and it killed. No guts.
Died.
Yeah.
Axel
6P, the thing about it is that it sucks. So I think trying to use it is your first mistake as Remi there. Like, I like the idea, but it's just, yeah, his 6-piece sucks.
It's the wrong button to put your faith in. Oh no!
That is the worst. When you IB the Rekka and then you try to throw, you're like, oh.
It's like, surely, I beat, I earned it. No.
Yeah. Ram players are like, yeah, well, you must simply look at the spacing to determine. Like, they try to tell you, like, you know, if you look at the spacing, you could tell that, you know, the centennial clock is in the place and the eclipse. I'm like, well, keep it down.
Oh, gigantic combo from Remi right there. But nah, they really do be on that nonsense. It's like, bro, I understand that, like, you could tell sometimes, but it's hard, bro.
Yeah. I IB'd. Let me have this. Like,
yeah.
It's like the only move that the answer is IB it, but for real. Like, every other move in the game, like, if you IB it, that's cool. But, like, that Rekka is like, no, you do need to IB it.
Oh, Remi again with a huge hit. Not even able to kill.
Dead.
Oh, it will.
I definitely threw the rock on that one. I was like, that is dead. I got my channel points.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous. I was like, without super, surely.
Yeah, that did a ton of damage.
SQ definitely got the lead. Like, both rounds they lost right there. She lost. They got deleted. Like, 2 combos just did 80% both times.
Axel's sporty. You know, he just pulls up and he just gets the job done. Slams the pedal.
The big body sport car.
Yeah. He's a British make and model. British in parentheses. Sporty.
A little fast, isn't it?
A little fast guy.
Man, can time travel make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, and then SQ getting a little overzealous. Kind of getting annoyed by the zone. He tries to bait out something big, but Remi ends up anti-airing and converting off the trade.
You know, if I had to fight Hitman in tournament, I also would be pissed. So I understand.
Hell yeah!
You know, I get it. Yeah, I'm right there with you, SQ.
That game, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay fighting Ram. I'll be alright.
Yeah, that game definitely made me be like, woo. Somebody was talking about Strivers in DNF, and I was like, I'll take Launch Soul over Swiftmaster 100 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't need that character in my. What a little jerk.
Yeah. Now Remi here though, on the verge of closing out this set. Oh, SQ trying to get close, trying to get intimate.
Wow, this is a bad spot too.
Man, Axel, all about the long distance relationships. Stay your ass over there.
Yeah, this is so rough if you're SQ here. Even on the IB. Skip to my Lou.
Ooh. Oh, the 5P anti-aired SQ, just a reaction bursting right there, but it didn't matter. No hurt box to cling on to, and Remi cleans it up.
Yeah, well played there. So Remi and top, dude. Remi played 20 sets. He's like, what is Remi on there? All right, hold on. 1.
Yeah, including these.
2,
how many, bro?
23 sets at this point for Remi. That's pretty impressive, I gotta say. If you know, that's like, it really makes, it's like a buffet. This tournament is a buffet for Remi. Remi showed up and was like, I'm getting all you can eat, and just like plates of sets, you know? It's like, you gotta go for the gusto, I guess, in a format like this.
Yeah, my man was making sure he hit all the tables, all the countries, the Italian spot, the French spot, dessert twice. 23 sets, going for a 24th right now for losers finals. Yeah, man, if you're just joining us, this is a ladder format when it comes to running Thursdays. So you could play as many brackets or as many sets as you can in the allotted time available. And Remi putting that work in, got in at the last moment too. Let's not forget that not only did Remi play 20 sets, but that 20th set literally came at the 11th hour. It came at the last possible moment that you could actually register a set for. So he's rode that momentum all the way to losers finals. That's a top 3 placing at the very least. So that is a nice little payday as well.
Yeah, very impressive, I have to say. It's not easy to play, like, the actual sort of gusto it takes to play that many sets is brutal. I'm sure many of you, if you played 6 hours of Strive straight, you're already really tired. But like all of those being tournament sets for like 6 straight hours of matches is rough. And Remy's been live the whole time, so you can actually check out Remy's stream if you want to go watch the best alien to play Axel in this galaxy. It's definitely the right place to go. Remy's great. So it's gonna be our losers finals: Solstice versus Remi here, and this is gonna be the same matchup for Remi.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that if Remi wins this, Remi has to play against UMISHO, who sent Remi to losers bracket at the start of this top 8.
Oh wow! If Remi really plays all these sets and then loses to nobody at top 8 but UMISHO, that's extremely impressive.
Yeah, I mean Remi's a gamer. Like this is a tough foe for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it. Warmed up in the matchup, but we'll see how Solstice approaches it differently than SQ perhaps. But right now the plan is no defense, all offense all day.
Yeah. No guts. So this hurts. That's quite a bit of damage. Throw will kill. Chipp's also a big threat. This is intentional.
Positive bonus gaming.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta say about that.
I'm not feeling very positive about this, but I'm glad she's sporty.
Yeah, no PMA gaming, only positive bonus meter gaming.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Oh, 5P into the conversion. Didn't get the sword juggle that she was looking for, but still.
Little mix up. Nice. Good block from Remi.
And that FD got the little micro dash 4S to whiff as well.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Nice break. Remi was ready.
And Remi gonna get a chance now to turn the tides a little bit. Keep her at bay, my man. Or the 2K long distance. Steph Curry 2K.
Oh, this should be the kill.
Yes, sir. And Remi has been clean execution-wise, too. I feel like it's just saying that is going to jinx him, but I haven't really seen him drop much.
No. Been very consistent, actually, so far with that.
And that was it. They changed the motion, right, of the TK Bomber?
Yeah, they made it quarter circles instead of DPs.
Gotcha. Oh, no. Backdash clipped. That's mad damage, especially with the double beam dream coming true.
Yeah, this hurts. This is a lot.
Plus frames on the other side. FDing trying to get her away. Willing to sacrifice the meter to do so. Some breathing room has been had. Can't afford another trade, though.
Yeah, I mean, even got the dash into the IV. Uh-oh, gold burst.
Golden.
There's a gap. Yeah, there's a gap there. Uh-oh, whiff on the 2H. Forces some meter out of Remi. This is rough.
Some good damage early. The deepest jump H I've ever seen.
The whiff. She just slid under the chains, and then both of them go the wrong direction.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was tough. I like the response RC from Remi right there. I was very interested in seeing how that whole scenario was going to play out after that. Super smart from Solstice to dash under. Like, incredibly smart.
It was good. I was impressed.
Because right there, you really lock Remi out of doing anything, right? Like, Remi, like, did the jump H, obviously, but because of the dash under happened, just completely whiffed. And you want to do something. You really do want to respond. You don't just want to be sit there, slowed down, fall into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times the shootouts with meter like that are really based on, it's really based on, like, whether you have more meter or not. And if you act first, you're going to have to spend your bar before the other person.
Exactly. Now Solstice, oh my goodness, clean up shop already. Double beams coming through.
And you can RC and then hit 5P. Yeah, look at this. Hell.
The chopped and screwed, the record skipping on the vinyl.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. It does more damage. Like, Solstice. I don't even know if they needed the damage, but why not?
Just to make sure. See Remi, oh my goodness, the trade conversions so on point. Oh, caught her reaching, but no big combo.
You did say it earlier.
I did.
It all worked out. It all came up Remi anyway.
It's out the way now. It's good to happen on a round that he won anyway.
That's true. Ooh. Yeah, it might as well happen now.
I was trying to dash all the way in.
Oh, Remi was looking to walk under there, actually, and her jump H just hit 2 vertical.
Like, yeah, you thought. It's an acting as a pillar. Just barely did 2. Now, positive bonus gaming. We have to get to... Oh, I was going to say we have to get to that first RC first, but, I mean, didn't even have to take that into consideration. Remi caught flinching at the wrongest moment.
I think essentially Remi was like, I gotta do something because if I just sit here, I'm gonna get stuck. So like it's time to go. And then it didn't even end up mattering because, you get hit anyway and you're like, well, all right. I had to make something happen.
Yeah, it's just one of those moments, right? You're forced to in fighting games a lot of the time is like, you're like, yeah, I've just been sitting here taking the D the whole time. I got to fight back. And even when you got to fight back, a lot of the time it's at a disadvantage. So it's tough.
Yeah.
Right now, Remi, though, remember, just played this matchup as well, right? So Solstice is obviously significantly different when it comes to just the momentum and the choices they make early has been paying off huge.
Oh, this is so... Oh, man. It's brutal.
Oh, my... Yeah. Yo, you gotta feel positive vibes only, bro.
Yeah.
EVO.
It's like the second worst positive thing after COVID.
Oh, my God.
It's like being COVID positive sucks, but this is... It's a little, like, worse. You're like, all right, well... I guess this is better than COVID.
Yeah, right. At least that's not the positive in my life.
Yeah.
Right now, Remi trying to find something, some type of positive mental attitude at the very least. Maybe trying to get a moral W.
Yeah,
right
it's like oh, nice.
There we go.
Sword toss, please don't hit. Okay. I was gonna say it's like an Instagram thing where it's like only you can choose the happiness in your life. It's like some made up motivational quote that doesn't matter because you still died.
Oh. Yeah, we got to get the astrology Instagrams, the fortune telling Instagram. Send all of those to Remi right now because it needs some type of positivity in his life.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? When she's got positive bonus, you're stuck. Door stuck. Nothing you can do. Like,
yeah, man. Remi. Shut down by Solstice, showing out, honestly. Solstice played super well, though. We were clowning around a little bit, but Solstice, super on point. All of top 8 is only falling to UMISHO in that winner's final set. And I've been really impressed with their progression overall as a player in general. Like, I think Solstice started out Strive, like, a little shaky in certain matchups, especially the Leo one, right, very early on. But now I think has shored up a lot of those weaknesses, looks solid in pretty much every matchup he plays against. Yeah, I really like the progression.
Looking great. I gotta say, Remi, very impressive player. Also went the distance tonight and played like 50 billion sets.
MVP.
So, yeah, that really, I mean, that is an impressive thing to power through and then play through, right, with all that. Because I think the other sets we have here, I mean, there's a lot of really good players, but, you got to give it up to Remi for grinding out 20 sets in this format. That is brutal.
That's my dude right there. He even changed his name to let you know the work he put in. So definitely big ups to Remi. 3rd place on 20 sets, on 24 sets total in one tournament. That is a monstrous run for sure.
Yeah, it's brutal for sure to just grind out all of that. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, and now we're gonna have UMISHO versus Solstice. It's gonna be grand finals again. UMISHO gonna be on that winner's side advantage after a dominant performance in the winners finals. We've been looking for UMISHO to show out, show up as they always do. Now bringing their talents to the Run It Thursdays over here at CLG. I mean, I expect to see this player pretty much everywhere I look when it comes to Strive. So no surprise, we still have them in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, UMISHO, incredible player, and also really consistent in most of the tournaments that they enter as well. So kind of what you expect here, and it's going to be our grand finals. Same as our winners finals, you see it up there. It was UMISHO, Solstice, 2 of the players who also compete in the E-Series and many other events. You see them there all the time. The rerun here for our grand finals after a really valiant effort from everybody trying to take them out on the loser side.
All right, here we go. Grand finals time. Solstice on the winner's side, or excuse me, on the loser side. That's why you see the L next to their name. And now UMISHO, all they got to do is get 3 games here in this first set. We're already in the corner running rough shot. You know how it goes. UMISHO still has their burst available.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the scary thing too, is like, look at the life lead and the burst is gone. Oh no.
Ex Machina, Revolver Ocelot style. Okay.
OTGs.
Yeah. I forgot about that. My bad.
Gets a couple of shots too. It's not even just one. It's like, why don't I just unload the clip on the OTG?
It's wild. Drake said, why you keep on shooting if you know that fella dead? It's the only type of stuff that'll get you some respect.
You know, it's not okay.
I honestly don't respect that. I mean, this doesn't give my respect at all.
It's not like I respect it. I'm like, I wish that I just died before I got OTG.
Right? Like, why do you even give them it's hard to not have that sense of false hope for a second, even when you know.
Like, I knew those bullets were coming, and I was still like, man, nice backdash from Solstice there. Uh-oh. No,
didn't have
bullets.
a bullet. Still can't find it. He didn't start.
Yeah, UMISHO is doing a lot of stuff, but doesn't have any resources. Oh my god, Solstice tried to challenge.
Oh, the sword. Ah, unfortunate though. Bet on a 6P. Ended up not being the correct one. I don't think that was a clean whiff punish, but it did let UMISHO have that window to kind of take the offense for themselves.
Yeah, a little 2K 2D action. 2K 2D for this character is so good, too.
Ridiculous.
You get the little gunshot action after, and like, you know, it's rough. It's like such a good. It's on hit, it's great. On block, it's great. It's really good no matter what.
And 2K is just such a great button in and of itself. Very hard to combat against. A lot of the time you want to like dash up and play normal range, footsie range, and just clips you unexpectedly because of their own momentum, and just standing up like that.
Yeah, you saw every time UMISHO on hit goes for the curse, it's just looking for burst baits. That's just the general idea of that, and it's something that we see UMISHO do a lot.
Yeah, UMISHO Happy Chaos fades away, right? So it takes him out of the burst proximity. Now Solstice putting the PRC up.
Surprised they didn't combo actually. Well, IFD's away, so
Yeah.
no punish or anything because it's just, you know, the pushback is so far.
Covered in time. Oh, what a beautiful challenge from Umi. Oh, one bullet, that's all he needs.
All right, a little bit of zoning. Not too much, obviously, right? Oh,
Sure.
That's going to be big. Look at the corner carry on this.
I love the bounce pass on the curse.
Bounce pass to yourself.
Yeah.
No concentration, though, for UMISHO. Wow, that IB was great.
Good reactions from Solstice too, recognizing that it'll be that close. Oh, another great block. I being on the cross up, but again, using that curse to kind of fade away, get some space, and put it on the opponent, and then cutting them off with the 2K is so strong.
Yeah, and the problem too is that, like, you know, even though there's no resources there, like trying to chase Happy Chaos and clip this character when they don't have resources is still not a guarantee, right? I mean, you can still get hit by something.
And you, a lot of the time, the Happy Chaos player can prey upon that expectation, right? UMISHO is really good at that, and knowing how aggressive you're going to get when you see that they're resourceless and cutting you off, but my goodness, deleting the screen back to back.
Yeah, good break. Solstice is ready, and that'll... Oh, that could have been it. And that'll do it there. A little 2K 2D, so... Burst off the table, though, for Solstice, which is pretty big.
Always a moral W for that. Going into the last round when your opponent doesn't have burst is huge, but Solstice forcing out of UMISHO early.
Goes for the pressure here because concentration is a thing, and obviously you don't want your concentration to go down. Zoning. Oh my god, please.
Oh my god. If at first you don't succeed, try again, as Aaliyah would say. Oh my goodness.
I missed it. No bullets, though. Yeah, see, had to go for the curse cancel because of that.
Yeah, and the curses didn't hit either time, but the 2K 2D knockdown, and now a near fully loaded clip off that. Ah, caught him reaching, and UMISHO, they got a 2-0 lead just like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because there was IFD on the close slash to try to get some space, and you're like, all right, this is looking pretty, and then still just like fell for the mix-up, and then situation after was really good still, so didn't really even end up mattering too much. UMISHO's pressure and just ability to work with the situations where they don't have resources is excellent.
Yeah, right. It's like, man, oh, finally you don't have bullets. It's a chance to play, but UMISHO like has game plans around that, right, and really knows how to fight without bullets to the name, without concentration to the name. Oh, and the 2D round start has been plaguing their opponents as well.
And a little 6S wall break. Look at the damage on that.
Son.
This is nerf damage.
2D starter nerf damage. Oh yeah, just playing with him right now. Tick throw trying to catch him flinching. Solstice though, real good defense, concentration. You got to deal with this forever, fam. Oh,
wow, the burst too. That's
yeah,
toxic. That is actually so toxic.
not trying to give up this advantage right now. You gotta spin your burst. Oh, what a backdash.
You know,
UMISHO, my goodness. Being rude out here. IBFD, get away. Stay that ass in the corner.
Don't burst for souls. I don't blame you, but oh, that is rough, you know?
Not with a round like that. It's so hard not to burst.
Yeah. That burst is like it's your entire being wants you to burst there. You're like, you sacka.
Like, yeah, like your pride is being hurt by a round like that. Like, you do not want to surrender it. Oh, here we go, Solstice. Yeah, they angry now. Turn it up, bro. Trap them in the corner here. Yeah, obviously going to try to dash block a little bit, get as much momentum as they can.
Oh, no, baited.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, this is such a big starter. Damage on this is great. You can wall break here, too. Chooses not to.
Yeah, indeed. PRC, just slaps him out of there with a 5P to even take the 6P route.
Please, this is some John Wick. I need you to chill.
Help.
Yeah,
the chase down on the curse. That was confidence.
Look at that little leggy, the 2K. That move is so good.
Yeah. PRC. Oh, the instant overhead. That was ridiculous.
Knock, knock.
Oh, my God. Caught him right in the halo.
Yeah.
Oh, more confidence coming out. Just dashing under the curse. Wait a minute. Solstice really waking up right now. When the throw tag, huge.
Oh, that 6P was huge, but there's still a lot of resources spent from UMISHO.
Most definitely. Micro dashes, trying to close that distance. PRC, good respect shown. Dash throw though, yeah, we got the corner game. YRC, no attempt at switching sides until a roll came out and now a big counter hit.
Concentration is okay here too for UMISHO, which is scary. Nice block, up backs. Oh, it whiffed, but the bullets, the gunshots saving the day. Okay, UMISHO doesn't have that much concentration here though. Uh-oh. No, the punish, although it didn't combo. No concentration, big hit for Solstice.
Oh, what a tech. BRC at the last moment gets the throw, and the OTG is enough to kill Solstice. What a response right there. So that was the game where that first round got real disrespectful. So I'm glad Solstice was able to stay alive.
Yeah, gets the game on the board after a little shaky situation there for sure. I was like kind of looking at this like, all right, this is slipping away, but this kind of stuff happens a lot, you know.
Yes.
Where you start to feel a little too confident, you're doing a little too much, and then your opponent takes advantage.
Yeah, man, I do like UMISHO doing that a lot of the time though too, just because it's kind of a switch up from their normal play style. So it's good to show the opponent a certain type of gameplay for a couple of games and then switch it up.
Okay, burst to keep the corner here. Also, the resources got spent. Wow. Whoa. That was a wild little setup.
Oh, IB, and you could dash into my arms if you want that. Okay. Little flip right beforehand. Ah, finally finds the cross-up roll. That's big for Umi. We're gonna put the guns out again.
Yeah, concentration's a little low here, so that might be the goal if you're UMISHO. Oh
my goodness.
Oh no, this is actually a lot of damage too.
Yeah, this is gonna be scary for Solstice here. They went into this stage change with 100 meter. They're gonna be coming out of this next one with 100 meter as well, but UMISHO got some here to play with themselves now.
Oh, the combat roll, the burst. Oh my.
Oh my god. There was no commentating to be done. I could only make noises.
Wow, you ran so far. UMISHO just pulling up. Oh, third hit.
Swung into it. Okay, scrambles into another round for Solstice. A perfect one at that. That was the perfect scrambled eggs right there. That's the Gordon Ramsay joint.
That's creme fraiche. Oh no.
Yeah, the creme fraiche. You gotta mix it just right. You gotta, whisk it just right.
It's a huge lead here for UMISHO. UMISHO can go for pressure too. Uh-oh. Gun flip action, BRC, instant overhead.
Ooh, good block. Solstice living on a defensive wall right now.
No burst either. Curse misses. Throw will kill.
Oh my goodness, Solstice though with the dash up buttons. Ends up finding that one gap that he needed. Builds the bar to the PRC. Oh my goodness, because you really bring it back like this, Solstice. Gotta worry about the tension. UMISHO holding on to it right now, gets counter hit.
The perfect response to be our CLG Run It Thursdays East Coast champion. Very well played there from UMISHO to find that back throw, thread the needle after the sword toss, and get the job done.
That was an answer that we saw UMISHO kind of rely on a couple of times too throughout the top base. So I'm glad to see it kind of highlighted again in this last instance where they were pressured in the corner. And when that gap appears, they get that BRC drift forward, right? And we talked about the benefits of it. Like if the BRC comes out, then you can just see what's happening. You could either interrupt with a thrower button, or if the button's already out and it's too active, then you could just sit there and block. It's a very safe option to go with if you can get it out.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw it used to a lot of success, as you mentioned, in the winners finals that we saw earlier, and then it was just really effective right there at the end. You know, you can see the buttons whiffing, get the throw, you're chilling, get the job done. Very well played there from UMISHO. I think played this tournament excellently. And as our champion, I think unsurprising that UMISHO was not only in the finals, they're an incredibly strong player, but, you know, to get the job done, very impressive. And we can take a looky-loo back at the bracket to see how everything's looking so far, as UMISHO is our champion, with Solstice coming in second place, playing really well, just honestly the entire day, looking fantastic.
I was impressed by all of our players today. Big ups to everybody that was on the top 8 and beyond. Some heavy hitters didn't quite make it into the top 8 that competed. Keep on doing it, and everybody else, I encourage you to sign up for Run It Thursdays as well, being over the benefits of the tournament all day long. But you get all kinds of experience and sets with players of different skill level, and you can play for a really long time too. So you just get so much tournament experience that you wouldn't get otherwise. So I'm glad to see UMISHO come through, all of our heavy hitters come through, crowning a champion. I'm glad to see CLG's own Romolla in the bracket as well. We would have got Apology Man in the West Coast, but of course he's in France at the moment. But we're not going anywhere, right? Because we do have the West Coast one coming up regardless.
Yeah, we have some highlights of the last match that everybody was just checking out, of course. And yeah, as you said, we're wrapping up here around 8 o'clock, which is the expected time slot, I think. And we're going to get going here pretty soon in probably like a pretty quick 5-er after this is over. And you guys get to watch the West Coast bracket. The West Coast bracket's been going on while this is happening. Everybody's been playing all their matches and, you know, going through the ladder format. And then once that ladder format is over, obviously, we jump right into the top 8, which is what's been occurring for East Coast already. And then we're going to be getting into for the West Coast a little later on. So, you know, this is just one of the top 8s that we get to check out. The next one is coming up afterwards. So a lot of action. And again, these happen every week. So next week it's, you know, Street Fighter. Then the week after is back on to Guilty Gear. And so if you're interested in either or both of those games, highly encourage you to check it out.
And something you mentioned earlier that I think is a great point is the fact that the streaming aspect of it is really cool, because a lot of the time when players stream their tournament runs, like for the viewers, it's dope. But a lot of the time, like the player is waiting like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour sometimes between their matches. And sure, the player could be like queuing online sometimes or whatnot, but it's not that tournament experience that a lot of the people want. When it comes to this tournament, the streamers that are streaming their runs, they're constantly playing, and it's all tournament matches, right? So I think it's really cool for the viewers that are fans of the players or want to study the characters. There's just a lot of content to be had, no matter your position.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to say thanks to CLG for running this, right? It's very cool. They have a nice little staff here to run everything, make sure everything is cool for both the players and also all the viewers at home who are trying to watch and enjoy this lovely gameplay every single Thursday. Last week, we had the Street Fighter one. It looked like it was a ton of fun. Oh my god, this interaction was out of control. So much nasty stuff happening on the screen. But yeah, it should be a good one, I think. I'm excited to watch the West Coast one. I was checking out the bracket to see what kind of players are going to be in there as well. And there's a lot of the really strong players you expect from the West Coast. I also like that it's split into West Coast and East Coast too.
Same.
That's an interesting idea. We don't always do that with Strive. A lot of times the tournaments are nationwide, right? So.
Yeah, I still, despite, you know, the Neko being capable of handling the nationwide tournaments, I still like this separating it, because we get to highlight the specific regions, right? Which is always something that we're really into with fighting games. But also, I mean, we just get like super stable connections. Like that's also like something that's very beneficial, right? There's going to be West Coast playing West Coast, East Coast playing East Coast. So despite their netcode being capable of handling the nationwide service, it's nice to play like 50 ping, low rollback type setups throughout the tournament, you know?
You know, I was looking through the bracket as well too, and I'm looking at the West Coast one. I saw somebody played 25 sets.
Woo!
14 and 11
That's
is
what I'm talking about.
Their record. That is absurd. 25 sets is just ridiculous.
That's what I like to see right there, 100%. All right, y'all. Well, we're not going to take up any more of your time. The West Coasters are getting ready. They're getting hot and ready to serve up that Strive action. Thank you, everybody that tuned in today. Thank you to CLG for having us as well. Stay tuned for the West Coast bracket. Next week is Street Fighter 5. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And we'll see you very soon.